1, 2, 3, 4.
Hi, besties. Welcome back to an episode of IE and Besties. I'm your host, Lauro Lopez, and I'm here with my co-host. I'm like, how do I do?
That was all right.
Crazy. You're like,
I'm
run
like,
that
never
shit
mind.
back.
I'm like, leave.
Guys, we just took 2 shots.
Dude, we literally took 2 shots right
I
now.
want to know.
Dude, Saul's all gonna leave it in.
I know, it's pre-gaming.
They're gonna watch it. It's gonna be
Y'all
in there.
already saw.
All right, besties, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. And as you guys already seen, we are joined by Adam and Lauro. I'm so fortunate to be able to call them my friends. I'm not just having them on here because I don't want to see them out crazy.
You're like, I don't
even
want you to-
BTS, we're friends.
Yeah, I swear in real life, we hang out.
I've been to their house.
I've been to I've slept there.
Literally, though. No, literally.
No, dude, it was so finally, huh? I
Dude,
feel like this
I
is
know.
long awaited.
The fact that we
know.
have so many little story times already.
No, the
and
fact-
we just like got close.
Literally, and the fact that like this would have happened earlier, if so, I would have actually remembered about that time at the freaking winery, you guys.
Dude, yeah, I had
them-
been telling Saul, can I be on the podcast? He was like, yeah, I'll put you in. And I never got in.
I'll put you
I had to meet Vanessa to get in. Imagine.
Like that invitation got lost in transit.
Literally, I was like, what the heck when you told me that? I wanted to laugh so hard, but it was, you guys were drunk, how you guys were at a
Yeah.
winery, you guys got
Dude,
lit
that
as
winery
hell.
was just
Was it
too
your
much
guys'
wine.
first time going there? To that winery?
Yeah, to a winery at all.
In general?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Do you guys
but it
drink
was
wine like that?
fun.
it was.
Dude, okay, I feel like it was more fun because there was a big group of us.
Uh-huh.
But,
That's all.
Other than that, it was terrible.
Big groups.
I'm dead. Emphasis on big. I'm like, no, I meant me.
Oh, crazy.
I'm like, cut that out.
Cut it out. Cut that shit out.
Oh, it's hot.
I know I'm sweating that shot.
Dude, you got like for those of y'all watching, these motherfuckers love to drink. All right.
No. We don't love to drink, but when we do want to drink, we make sure we have a good time.
And you know what? But you know what I love though? Like now that I've met you guys and we've kicked it, it's so funny because in the beginning, like when we would hang out, we would be drinking, we'd get so drunk every time. And then until one time I went over and I was like, guys, I'm not gonna drink. I was like, is that cool? I was like low-key nervous to tell you guys that I didn't want to drink. Not because I was like, I didn't think that you guys were gonna react negatively, but it's just, you know, such a big part of like what we do, you know, like when we kick it.
Yeah.
So I don't know how, I know I could like kick it and not drink, but I don't know how other people feel, you know?
Yeah,
Like, we're
yeah.
new friends, so I was like, damn, like, how are they gonna feel like by me wanting to like be sober? And then you guys were like, oh yeah, actually, like, you know, you mentioned how you back at home you didn't really drink like that until you moved out here to Cali. So
Exactly.
that made me feel very like, oh hell yeah, you know, that like they're
Dude.
comfortable with just being sober. And dude, we had a fun ass time.
I
We
was
were
about to
cracking the
say,
fuck
yes.
up.
It's because I feel like, yeah, you have fun, like getting drunk and like having like no memory of the next day. But like you also can still have fun, but like no drinking vibes.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
that's
And
how you like know
for
the
the most
vibes are there.
For the most part, I feel like me and Adam also like, we don't just like casually be like, oh, let's get fucked up at home. You know what I mean? So we're like, I feel like we're a good time without it. You know, we just kind of do it just because everyone else is like drinking also,
Yeah.
and plus,
Like me
Your
drunk
friend's
right now.
alcoholic.
No,
Everybody
plus
forces me.
every-
I
no,
haven't. I
literally
never
though,
want to.
everyone around us always is wanting to party. So it's kind of like,
But nobody forces us.
Nobody
yeah.
forced me.
maybe there are a few people though
Ain't name them right now.
that'll pour shot.
I'm like,
I'm like Vanessa.
You're like, Vanessa, me.
I'm like Saul and Vanessa. Just kidding.
No, she just forced the shot.
Just kidding.
So you guys moved out here from Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
How has that been? Like, what honestly, like, what do you guys feel like is the pros and cons? Like, what do you miss about Texas, but like, what do you love about Cali? Like, how's that transition been?
I feel like one thing that I love about Cali is the weather.
Okay.
That's what you were doing.
I know, but to the camera, not to you. By the way, this is our first podcast together,
Yeah,
so like
you guys.
it might be a little awkward. It's because I'm
Hey,
shy with
yeah.
him.
The sexual tensions and
I'm like,
like
stop
the
looking at
sexual
me like that.
tension.
Stop
I'm like, the
looking at
shots are
me.
making me a little hot.
Take off your sweater.
Take off your clothes.
She's like, just
It's
fuck 'em right
getting hot in here.
Dude,
No,
Take
but
off
for sure the weather, huh, babe?
yeah, I think I noticed
I'm
just lately I've been paying attention more like how here you actually feel a little bit more of the seasons. So that's
The seasonings. He's like,
There's no
lemon.
seasoning in Texas.
Bitch.
I'm like it's unsalted.
Yeah.
There's no
No,
pimienta.
but
Yeah, the seasons is probably one of them, and then the price of living too is probably like another thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Is
like-
it, I've heard it's cheaper in Texas.
yeah.
But also the minimum wage is lower too, no?
Yeah. So I feel like it kind of like almost balances out because like the cost of living is lower, but the minimum wage is lower too, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like,
You're like,
So is it,
yeah, very that.
so how'd y'all get by with it? Y'all had to sell your ass or what?
Bitch.
no.
I'm like, how'd y'all do it?
No, like I feel like it's very much like here, like I mean the minimum wage isn't like $2, but like it's not what you get in California, but like then again, prices in California aren't what you get in Texas. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of, it like balances all out.
Yeah.
But like
Of course.
And plus, like, depending, because obviously, if you're gonna work like at a like fast food restaurant, like it's gonna be like minimum wage.
Yeah.
But depending on like what you're doing, and plus, dude, like the houses out here are like $1 million for like a
Dude,
fucking
that
3
for one
bedroom.
room.
Yeah, no,
What?
literally.
An apartment.
Literally.
Dude, it's crazy.
And then over there, you can get like $1 million home with like 5 rooms, like
Yeah.
7 baths, like fucking
I've seen that.
4 acres of land just to like just be by
And
yourself.
I'm like, where are you shopping?
It's like, where the fuck are you
I'm
living?
like, give me your realtor.
Hey, do they have tornadoes over there in Texas?
Yeah.
Dude, were you guys like in an area where there was like a lot of tornadoes, or like is that just all the Texas like they could pop out anywhere?
Well, okay, so to put in like a perspective, living in like San Antonio, I only remember like one major tornado.
Yeah,
That
that happened while you were living there?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
I
you
lived-
saw it or like on the news type?
I mean, it was like down the street from my house.
Shut the fuck up. And like did it like break stuff?
But
Like,
it
was
didn't like demolish the whole city. It was like it lasted like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So it was like it didn't do anything crazy, but it did
But-
like. Well, actually, it did do something crazy, but it didn't like
Nomás se
hurt
sacó el
people
pedo.
or like.
You were just like
Yeah, it wasn't
like-
like it wasn't
I'm not
like
blowing it away.
it wasn't like a catastrophic one. It was like more like
Yeah,
it's just a lot of rain type shit. But in South Texas, where I'm from, it's like it's right off the Gulf of Mexico, so like it's super humid. It rains a lot. So whenever hurricane season comes, because over there you actually experience hurricane season, like Houston, closer to like Louisiana, like in that area, it's like so common. And we just kind of get the aftermath, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
like I think San Antonio, where I'm from, like it's just very much like it's not like where it's like attracted to tornadoes. Don't like really like form too much there. It's more so like going towards Houston. Houston is like super prone to.
Dude, honestly, I feel like I'm like one of my fears is like having like being stuck in a natural disaster. Like if you guys had to choose one natural disaster that you guys like died in, which would it be?
Bitch, why do we gotta
in a
die?
fucking hurricane, a tornado.
I'm like, do we
an
have to die?
earthquake? Yeah, bitch. I'm making y'all choose. I'm making y'all choose. What way y'all going out?
She said,
are you
pick your fate.
Fire.
Are you letting us choose which one
Yeah.
we want to survive in or which one we want to
No,
die
she
in?
said die, girl.
Yeah. Like, if you had to die, which one? Like, there's no way out.
Probably
But-
tsunami.
No,
Just
mine
because
would
that'll
be
be
fire.
fast. No,
Fire.
Fire?
fuck
You think a fire's
that.
faster?
You feel
Oh,
it.
but you know what though? Hey,
Uh-uh.
but I've heard though that I learned recently a fact because I just had this conversation with some friends. They said that fire, it burns your nerve. Like you'll feel it in the beginning, but then once it burns through your nerves because you feel pain through your nerves, you don't feel it anymore.
Yeah, fire's
So
faster
it's
than
faster.
water.
So fire, yes, it is faster. Mhm.
Oh,
And I
you
was
know
like, what
I've
the
heard?
fuck? I was like,
You know
that's
what I've heard
crazy.
too? That
Bitch, what the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck?
when you
You
drown,
cussed.
take a shot. Y'all both take a shot.
Did both
Do we both?
Guys, hold the fuck up
Wait
because
a minute.
we just made a rule.
in a
No,
minute.
it was a
I'm gonna need
joke.
No,
We
yeah,
were
no.
playing. We were not
They
being
said-
for real.
Okay, it was a joke, so just
Okay, from now on. From
Okay,
now
okay,
on.
okay.
From now, we
Okay,
get
whatever.
we get one more chance.
Okay.
Okay, so you choose out to go on a fire and you in a
Yeah, mine's
tsunami.
fire.
I might change mine to fire then because
Yeah,
I heard
tsunami's
that
gonna be
I heard that
dragging
when
your
you
ass.
I heard when you drown it like burns from the inside. Like it's like your insides are on fire.
Yeah, because they're filling up
And
with like
yeah, it's like
water.
suffocating.
I thought you
Yeah.
die faster though.
No, fire like is instant. Not instant, but like
No.
it's the fastest.
Because
Yeah.
I've seen videos literally. I don't know if y'all remember that video of like that homeless person that was like on fire. and he was like running around and not letting anyone help him. He literally was like in the middle, broad daylight type shit. Like he was like on fire. Oh. Like his flesh and clothes started burning, melting together. Like it was insane. And he was fine. Like he was walking like normal. And I was like, damn bitch, I'd be crying. Like I'd be fucking
Why didn't he drop and roll?
I think he was on drugs. Scary. I think he was like on drugs. Yeah.
That is crazy. Yeah.
He was on something.
Well, then I'll do neither.
What drugs have y'all been on? So y'all don't do drugs?
I'm like,
y'all could tell me, just whisper me.
I'm fucking dead. I'm like, please.
You're like, please cut the video.
I'm like, can we just restart the whole episode?
No, but you know what? Okay, I think I asked you guys before, but explain to the viewers. What's the difference you guys think between Cali and Texas weed?
Weed?
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, first of all, it's not legal over there.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like here you get a whole experience because there's dispensaries that, like, you can buy from and, like, they make it a whole thing. Like, you go into a dispensary and, like, you can, like, look at things through a magnifying glass. And,
smell
like,
it.
Yeah, and you can just, like, talk to a bud tender. Those are, like, real things here. Like, a bud tender is crazy.
Yeah.
I remember our first time going to a dispensary, like, it literally felt so wrong. Like I felt like we were doing something illegal. Like it was like
you were like, I'm going to prison.
No, literally, I felt like we were doing something wrong. So when we were like walking around, it was like our first time ever in Cali too, huh? We're like, fuck it, let's like when we first moved out here.
You were like,
when we first moved out here, I remember we wanted to like go with your sister, and then I don't know. It was just like a whole bunch, but.
Don't tell them.
I'm like, thumbnail.
Yeah, that honestly was probably like the main. But because we tried it, since it's legal, we're like, fuck it, let's give it a shot. And I think you could. It's like more controlled. You know what I mean? Like in Texas, I feel like it's just like weed that's grown in the fields in Mexico, and it's just shipped over to Texas. You know what I mean? Like, but here it's more like artificially grown, if that makes sense. Like they have like different things. I'm all
chemical.
I'm like, what?
I'm all weed fanatic.
No, also I can't really say like the difference because I never smoked in Texas like
You're
that.
Like, I've never smoked in my life.
I'm like, weed?
What is that?
No. No, like in Texas, like since it was illegal, I would never be like smoking weed casually, you know? So like here, I just feel like it's like cool that it's like legal and like you get to go to a dispensary and like I said, like a whole
it's like a whole experience,
yeah. And so you feel like over there is like the weed's more like chill vibes, but here it's stronger, huh?
Yeah, here it's just like,
like damn it.
That too.
Dude, yeah. I wish I could still get high.
Have you been in Texas?
No, I've never been. So just came back from Texas.
Dude, I know you need to go.
Dude, I want to go for did you guys see the post for the Besame Mucho that's gonna happen in San Antonio?
I love that festival.
Did you guys see the lineup? Dude, the lineup for next year, I think it's in March, I think, or February. I don't remember when the fuck. It's gonna be in San Antonio.
Really?
Yes, and it's literally like the best fucking line, but it's Spanish. Oh, duh, Spanish. It's literally the best like fucking lineup of like Spanish music. Oh, you're right.
You made the rules.
Fuck. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Dude, just pass us our shots. We'll have them ready just because I know for a fact we're going to be slipping up in this bitch.
And now we're on...
Bitch. I did it on purpose.
Okay, you're going to take one too.
Yeah, it's
And now on the topic, stay with the camera. What's your guys' favorite liquor?
What's our favorite liquor?
Tequila.
Or what's like your go-to drink when you guys go out?
Oh my God, can we talk about how when me and Laura first moved out here, all we would drink was AMFs?
What?
Dude, it was like a fucking epidemic. Like we were...
I'm all Karen.
It's like, what the effers?
Who got bewitched and who got spooky?
Oh, we're all taking
You got spooky, bitch. I'm already taking a shot.
No, okay,
I'm like, I could
Y'all keep track of who's cheating who, because...
I'm gonna have them ready just because
Okay.
Bitch. All manifesting it.
You want me to put it over here, baby?
Please. No, I'm gonna get it right now.
You didn't take it? You didn't cuss then?
Fuck you.
Okay. That's perfect.
No, you don't have to. I was just...
No, we want
Wait,
to.
can you pass us our chasers though?
Yeah, of course. I'm like, no, you gotta pick it.
I don't like.
I'm like, what do I look like your servant? I'm always freaking calling, what's his name, Saul.
Bitch.
Oh my god. Is there any more in those cups in the thing?
Wait, have you ever gotten drunk on the pod?
Yes. No, there's no more.
No?
But
Okay.
there's some of this though.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm sure this is enough.
Yeah.
Mix it.
Yeah. Give me a little bit.
I'm okay.
Please.
Babe, you have as much as me.
No, I don't.
Look, I'll leave this one right here just in case.
Thanks. Oh, you know, mom.
There, look, where's the thing?
Babe, no, mom. Okay.
As I was saying.
But yeah, I would
before
say
I was
tequila.
rudely interrupted. Oh man, that took a shot. I'm like, I throw it back. I'm like, I drink it.
Fuck.
For the plants. They're all fake.
They all die.
Bitch, it all starts melting. Okay.
Alright,
Arriba,
cheers.
pa abajo, pa el centro,
y pa'
Pa'
y
dentro.
pa dentro.
Oh my god.
So guys, I think I found my new favorite tequila.
Dude,
That's
this
so
one is so
smooth.
smooth.
Yeah, it's bomb.
Oh my God.
I think he got that one at Costco. Me just guessing, I don't even know.
I know.
Bitch, y'all making it
I'm
up.
like, I think it's at Costco.
I'm like,
Wait,
it's
so why
something.
would y'all only drink AMS when y'all moved over here?
Because we didn't know. Like, okay, look. No.
We
honestly,
had no idea.
Well, babe, we never
We
went
didn't know
out
what
in
we were
Texas.
doing.
We didn't know other
No,
drinks
so-
existed.
The reason we would do it, and like the only reason why like we started was because we knew they were strong, and like no one really suggested drinks, and we didn't go out in Texas like that.
I'm on nervous. Like,
So we were like, fuck it, let's just get the strongest thing that we can get, you know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's how we
And
became
I also,
alcoholics.
yeah.
And this is actually an AA meeting.
Yeah,
An
no.
intervention.
So we never went out in Texas. So I feel like we never experimented with like our favorite drinks. Like we were never able to like try different things. So when we came out here, everybody was like, "Oh, do it AMF. It'll get you super drunk, right?"
Okay.
So we're like, "Okay," and then we kind of just like stuck with it.
Yeah.
Up until we started waking up like later on the line with like the worst hangovers ever.
Ooh, yeah.
And we were like, we gotta stop drinking those.
Dude, we would get like anxiety. Like we would like
Ooh,
just
I
be like
hate
shaky
that.
and it was just not the vibe.
I
at all.
hate anxiety so much. Honestly, a big reason of why I stopped drinking for so long was because of anxiety.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Literally was because of anxiety. I was like, dude, like, I feel like I could deal with a regular hangover, you know, like a headache or maybe a little nauseous, like, you know, little things like that.
Yeah.
Literally, dude, like, yeah, anxiety thrown into like having a hangover is like the worst thing. And honestly, that's what made me stop drinking so much years ago. And I was like, you know, and at the time I was also into smoking weed. So I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna just smoke when I go out. Like, I don't need to drink because I feel like every single time, no matter what I drank, I just got the worst anxiety, like all the time. But yeah, dude, it's a bitch.
Yeah, from
Can
the
never
two,
again.
from like drinking and smoking, I feel like the aftermath of drinking is just like so horrible.
It's insane.
When like weed, it's like more chill. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna wake up like hungover. You know?
No. You might feel a little like fucking lazy. I
And,
feel like that's how I would
yeah.
feel. I would wake up like more sluggish, you know,
More
type
groggy,
of.
yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
is how I feel like I would wake up with weed, but on I
Like,
could deal with
we
that.
should just stop both.
Maybe we got a problem.
No, like I feel like there's like different pros and cons vibes.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just preference.
But let's just everybody just be sober.
Yeah, no.
Dude,
At this point,
that's crazy.
I was saying that all drunk.
Have you got? Well, we're here just like 4 shots. We're like, don't drink, don't
as
do
we're all
drugs.
kinda-
As we're doing alcohol. So Adam, I wanted to ask you, like, obviously,
Are you gay?
Are you guys
Bitch.
together?
Dude, no.
Like, I think
Dude,
guys
I'm
were-
straight.
I thought you guys were BFFs.
I'm like, this is my roommate. Imagine.
Dude. Ay, no. Vas a verlo cuando llegamos a la casa.
I'm like, thank you.
You're like,
Like, please.
Bitch.
that's funny.
I'm like, anyways. I'm like,
Back to regular programming.
what
I'm
the
like, that's
people
on the
want to
Patreon.
know.
Oh yeah, what happened?
What do people want to know? Like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm all nervous. I'm like, oh my god, what did I say? And I just let it. I know another one. Did you ever expect, like, when you started doing TikTok and you started, because obviously that's where it all started, right? In the pandemic, you were just, like, a bunch of people, you know, everybody was just putting out content. Like, did you ever think, like, damn, you know what? Like, obviously, there's that hope, right? When everybody's posting content on TikTok, like, oh, like, you know, this is going to be it. Like, but did you ever think, like, fuck?
I feel like, no, dude, like, okay, I feel like I manifested my life. Because I never thought that me being a content creator was possible. But then I also feel like I manifested it because I had like old drafts in my Snapchat, like fucking memories of me like vlogging and like me talking to an audience like, hey you guys, so today we're gonna be like, and I would never post them, I just saved them. But like now that's literally what like I do for content, you know? It's like a whole like, I feel like I'm like imposter syndrome. Because like I sometimes experience things and I'm like, this is not supposed to be happening to me. Like I feel like everything that has happened to me is like a pinch me moment. Because like I literally dreamed of it, but I never like imagined it, if that makes sense. Like
should have said for the camera.
No, but like I just never thought it was gonna be able to happen for me. But I admire and enjoyed content creators. Yeah. So now that I'm able to be a content creator,
yeah, and the fact
it's so sickening.
And I feel like even the fact that like the people that you would watch either growing up or even as you were getting older on YouTube or on TikTok or Vine, whatever, like you see these people and like some of them are your friends and like it just like makes it even more surreal that you're able to like share this space with other people. And even speaking for myself, like being able to connect with people that, you know, I've known or have grown up knowing, and just building connections too with other content creators and like just seeing like the growth that you could have and like just what's the word, like just jump onto that next step and like putting yourself out there. Like it's crazy because I don't think any of us thought we would be putting our lives on the internet, you know?
That part.
Yeah.
Doesn't well, I think we already meant to. I'm like, yeah, we already talked about this.
We talked about it.
But yeah, anyways, I remember asking one time about, do you feel a little uneasy sometimes about posting your life on the internet? But, you know, you did bring a good point, and I guess I never realized it before, because I guess I just always assumed, like, when I see a big creator and they're posting a lot of stuff and then they're getting a bunch of attention and, you know, they're, like, a big influencer, I just always assume that people are, you know, commenting about their lives, you know, making opinions or things like that. And it's like, and I asked you how you dealt with that, but you said, you know what, like, I don't really post my life in that way where people can like make assumptions about my life or anything. Like you post Lauro, like your boyfriend, and that's pretty much it. You know, people don't really know much about your personal life. And I thought that was interesting because I feel like not a lot of creators do that. I feel like a lot of creators make it their whole. I'm like, oh, excuse me. I'm just saying. I feel like a lot of creators, they try to make the most content as they can with every single aspect of their life, you know, whether if they have kids or, you know, when they're going shopping or like family videos, like they just involve like they involve every part of their life with, you know, social media. And you don't do that. And honestly, like I also love that me meeting you and like seeing who you are behind cameras is genuinely who you are like in camera. And like I've told you that, and I'll say that for everyone on the besties listening right now. Like Adam and Lauro, both of them, literally the way they act on camera is how they act in person. And I feel like that's why we've been able to have like a friendship and like a genuine one, because I'm like, damn, like I really fuck with like how real you guys are, and way that you guys are goofy and funny. Like that's really how you guys are like in real fucking life. Yeah. And I feel like that's so hard to come by. Obviously I'm still like a micro influencer, but I've been in settings where I've gotten to meet like a lot of influencers, and I feel like obviously like a lot of people obviously know this, but some people are not the way that they portray themselves to be on camera. Yeah. For whatever reason, you know, but it's still kind of like that saying where it's like, don't meet your heroes, you know, because they'll disappoint you. And it sometimes feels that way. Like at least for me, like I've met some influencers that I looked up to, and then I'm like, oh, you're actually shitty. Like you actually fucking suck, you know, like that. Like I wish I never met you. And unfollow. Already? Oh man. But it was really like pleasant, like meeting you and and just seeing. I've gone through your comments like on your videos because I just want to see like what your fans think about you, and every single comment is always so positive. So like Adam, like I love your videos, like I love how funny you are. Even like the ones that you guys did recently, the prank, like you guys are couple goals, like you guys are so funny, and like you guys like just all these things. Or like I'm having a bad day and like. Yeah, I needed this laugh. Like you always make me laugh. Where do you think?
Preach.
Where do you guys both think you guys get like your goofiness from? Like, because I feel like I don't know. Where do you guys think?
I feel like so going back to your original like statement and what you just told us about like not showing a lot of like my personal life and stuff. It's because I genuinely feel like I was meant to be a content creator to just make people smile. Like I wasn't. I've obviously shared a lot of like my weight loss journey with my people, but like that's just a part of who I am. But when it comes to like content creation, I really focus on like making just like a brighter environment for whoever watches me. So like I feel like that plays a lot into like where my goofiness and like where my jokes come from. I just feel like my sole purpose on here is to just like make people laugh. And like I just want to put out positivity and like I just want to like be someone's light in their bad day, if that makes sense, Yeah. So like,
yeah. And I, on the other hand, I feel like I had no clue that I was gonna be like put in this position where I share anything. You know what I mean? Like I feel like my life was very like my circle was very tight knit before, so I didn't expect for me to be able to share anything. So and I think that's where I struggle. I feel like I struggle to post how I am perfectly as a person with my friends, like how I am as an individual with like my humor and all that. Like I feel like that's like a huge struggle for me as opposed to Adam. Like Adam's so natural to like record himself and like, you know what I mean? Like I could like right now, like in this setting where I'm not like physically placing a phone in front of me and recording myself and trying to make a joke. Like I could just like throw jokes and jabs here and there, and like it's just a natural thing for me to have a conversation. But like as a creator, I've always struggled to like find like the humorous stuff and post it, you know what I mean? So I feel like sometimes I'll catch stuff. Like I'll catch stuff on camera and I can post it and it'll be funny. But then he can just set up a phone anywhere and just like with like the right like headspace, he'll just like come up with funny shit, and I'm like, I can't do it on command, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure like now that we've gotten closer, you could see like my personality off camera, and like as a person that you follow me and stuff, you can see like my content, and I feel like sometimes I have like a little bit of a different approach with my content rather than how I am as a person. Like when it comes down to humor, you know, I wish I could be better.
Right.
I'm like, no, but I, what was the question?
I'm like, I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, shit. Anyway, move on.
You're like, next topic.
You lost me.
No, so her question was basically like where our goofiness came from. And then we started going into like I started going into like how we create our content and how we integrate our goofiness in it. Yeah. But sometimes you struggle a little bit, but I feel like you just being yourself is what people love. Yeah. And like people just love your vibe and like your energy, and like they just love to be.
I'm like,
seeing you in camera,
I'm like, you've never said these words before.
No, just kidding.
No, he's told me this before. I was kidding, but my humor though, I feel like it originated from me and my cousin would joke around so much as kids, but I would never joke around with people because I was always scared to like show who I was as a person. I was always scared that people were gonna like catch on to my sexuality, or I feel like a lot of my childhood was like I was only funny and like I would joke around with the people that like I trusted,
that you felt safe with,
you know, like, or like that safety net. Like, and it was very super small. Like I can probably name all the people that I would like be super goofy with just one hand, you know? So I feel like all of that, like growing up and being private about it because I didn't want to like expose myself to anyone outside of my close people. I feel like once I came out of the closet and I was like it became so much easier for me to be my goofy self. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love
like,
that.
Like, I think that's where it came from, where it stemmed from.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of it came from, like, my childhood goofiness. And then as I got older, I feel like it just evolved into, like, even funnier stuff. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's very much like I feel like deep down, it's mostly with the people that I'm super close with.
That you feel comfortable with.
Yeah, because even with the camera that I have control, it's like, super hard. Like,
because you kind of, I feel like, because you just like imagine, right? Like, I guess if I try to relate to that sentiment, I think when I turn on a camera, when I'm filming, I don't just see it as, oh, I'm just talking to a camera. In my brain, I'm like, this that I'm filming is gonna be watched by thousands of people.
Really?
So it's like I don't, in that moment when I'm filming, I don't feel like, oh, it's just me and a camera. No, I feel like
everyone's watching.
It's like it's like as if people were watching in real time, because obviously me filming myself, I'm like, I'm gonna post it, right? Like, that's why I'm recording it. So it's like, it kind of, I feel like that's like an added pressure, right? And I feel like maybe because you don't know these people, you know, that you don't feel safe with them, maybe that's what makes you feel like, fuck, like, I can't be that way.
And like, a part of me doesn't necessarily feel like it's not safe. It's more so of like, am I portraying like what I find funny, and is it going to be seen the same way as them, like, to them? You know what I mean?
And that's the hardest part, because it's like, dude, like, not everyone is going to find everything you find funny, right? So it's like, it could be funny to you, but it's not going to be funny to some people. And I feel like that's why I love Adam as like the example, and I relate to your sentiment, Lauro, of like, oh, how you could just naturally like turn on a camera and just be funny and just be yourself. I feel like that's so inspiring to me, because I'm like, dude, like, I also feel like I'm really funny, like, I'm really goofy, but I am the same way with like you. Like, when the camera turns on, like, I can't just like be funny. Like, I feel like, if anything, I'm just like, fuck, like, you know, I feel more like reserved. I feel like more like in my shell, and it's hard for me to like come out. So I feel like it's important to have friends like Adam, or partners. You guys are together.
I'm like roommates.
Roommates. Literally that, you know, kind of make you feel like, okay, if he could do it, like, I could do it. You know, because sometimes you feel like you can't do things, but then the people around you are doing it, and you're like, you know what, it feels inspiring. Like, I could do it. Like, that's good. And I love that you said that, you know, your goofiness, like, you remember it comes from like you and your cousin like bantering and stuff, because I feel like me being funny has a lot to do with like my cousins too, and like the people that I grew up with, and also to the internet, just like taking things here and there, like, just I'm like, oh, like, this is funny, like, and it's like, and I don't intentionally
yes, mama, yes. Preach to the choir,
right,
girl.
and it's like, dude, I don't know, because it's so funny, because I met people that think like it like they don't like to copy, but it's like, I don't intentionally like see funny things and try to copy it. It's just so weird how it happens. Like, my brain just sees this and it's hilarious, and then next thing you know, I'm making eggs the next morning and I'm saying it out loud to myself, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it just becomes like a part of me. It's like funny as fuck, and I love that, because, you know, whoever starts whatever trends, you know, there's so many different trends, you know, people start like different sayings and different ways of using your voice, like, there's so many memes, all these things, and it's like your essence, like your funny energy is like living on like through people, and I think that's
so sickening. Like, I feel like I'm like, I agree, I never really like am on the internet like purposely trying to like copy someone, or like looking at someone's content and be like, what can I steal from that? Like, I just like, you watch someone, you enjoy their content, and it sticks to you. Like, I have so many people who support me and watch me, they like start saying like our lingo, or like they just love our content, so it just sticks with them, and like, that's what makes you like a content creator, you know? Like, you put stuff out there to make people happy, and that resonates with them, and they like feel a connection with you, and they're able to relate to you, and like, that's just like what content creation is. So like, if you see someone that you love, you're just gonna automatically be like, oh, I love them, like, I want to start using their words, or like, I want, you know, it's just like,
and
oh, sorry, no, go ahead.
I'm like, no, I'm just kidding.
No, and to me, I think what I love the most about like watching your content and other content creators that I also think are hilarious is like, for example, like, I'm super close with my sisters, right? And I feel like a lot of the content that comes up on my For You page, like, comes up on theirs, because we have very similar, like, taste, like, and humor. So, like, when we get together, because I don't live with my sisters anymore, so when I see them, like, and we start saying things of, like, content that we've seen, and it's like, I laughed the first time seeing it from my favorite content creator, but then I get to laugh all over again whenever I see my sisters, and then we're all using that lingo, and it's like the laughs just keep on giving. And I think that's fucking dope. Like I think that's so hilarious, and like I love it, and I think that's why it's so special. Like just being a content creator that brings like that energy, that brings like those laughs. Like I think it's so fucking dope. It's needed because so much shit in the world is happening, you know, that's like fucking sad, you know. And
I feel like I experienced a lot of that, like making people laugh during a hard time was when quarantine like was huge, and like just being stuck in your house, and like COVID was such like a huge thing, and it was all over the news, and like so many families and everybody was going through it, you know, and like my content was there, and it made so many people happy, and like that was so dope for me to feel and like see with my own eyes too. Like I saw it all happen, and like that's where I feel like I gained like 99% of my audience through quarantine. So, like, if I was able to make someone at least smile, or, like, because that was a hard time for so many people, and, like, even us, you know? So, like, that just means that I was able to make at least one person smile, or, like, at least...
So many. Like, I feel, like you mentioned earlier, it's very much like, what's that term? When you can't believe it's you. It's actually...
Like a pinch me moment?
No, like imposter syndrome?
Imposter syndrome. Yeah. Like, you mentioned that earlier, and I think even to this day, like, there's still times where you could have like moments where that imposter syndrome takes over, and you kind of like forget like, hey, this is like my reality. This is like what's in front of me. This is what I have. Because even to this day, like I'm as your partner, and as a viewer, like I know that for a fact you still have moments in your career where you're like, damn, like nobody's gonna like this, and I've told you so many times, like, hey, like you've made so many people's lives, like you've had moments where people come up to you and they'll tell you, dude, like I was having a hard week, I was having a hard day, and I just saw your video and literally it lightened up my whole day. And those are things that like I feel like still to this day it's so hard to believe, because physically you're not watching them, you know what I mean? Like you're not seeing like the effect that you have on them in like with your visual eyes, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to like captivate that, you know? And like I feel like naturally as your partner, as somebody that knows you outside of social media, as somebody who has been by your side for the past like 3.5 years, you know, I've noticed that you just yourself are so like such a light, if that makes sense. Like you're such a like,
you're all my therapist.
No, seriously though, like you're such a light, not only for me as your partner and as your partner, your boyfriend, as your future husband.
He gets on with you right now.
I know, I'm like, guys,
you're like, oh fuck is happening?
This is literally the perfect time.
I'm like, hold up.
He's like, I need to use the restroom. Dude, no, I know, babe, like you are meant to be here. Like you're meant to you're put on this earth to make people smile, to make me smile. I mean, girl, I get you all the time, girl. So like,
I'm fucking tired of it.
Hey, no. I literally get so surprised not surprised, but like I'm like so shook at how much of like a natural you are, you know what I mean? And like that's one little take I'm gonna tell you. Like I literally love you as a creator and you as a person, because you are just such a light. Like you're so perfect.
Thank you.
Damn, he said you're perfect. That's so sweet. I love that. How'd you guys meet?
Thank
Tinder.
you so much for watching.
You're like, well, he was my escort.
Can I tell a story? Yeah. Okay. So we met on TikTok. Ooh. And I'm like, wait,
who hit up who?
So let me tell the story.
Okay.
And then if you want to interrupt, you can.
No, I'll let you tell it, because I feel like I always say it. So
okay. So there was this one day I like was scrolling on my FYP, and I saw him on my For You page, and I was like, hold up.
You were like, okay.
I know. I was like, he's really handsome or whatever, right? So I liked his video. And then...
Did you get was your gaydar on where you were like,
no.
He's gay?
Not really.
So you didn't know, you just thought he was cute?
Yeah, I was like, hard or whatever.
Okay, period.
And then And like even if he was gay, I wasn't even gonna like try to hit him up. I was like,
you weren't. Oh, okay. So you
yeah,
didn't have that intention. You were just like, oh, he's cute.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay.
So then,
wait, pause. Do you remember what it was? What he do? What he was doing
it was a
in the
little
video?
thirst trap.
Dude, he always fucking says it was a thirst trap.
What
When
was
in
it?
reality, it was,
Be honest.
dude, it was just me lip syncing.
Dude, okay, yeah, that's my thirst
dude,
trap.
mind you, like it was a lip syncing video, and
to what song?
It was that.
look. While y'all keep the story going, I'm gonna find it.
Okay, go. Okay.
So I saw it, I liked it. Time went on, and then I started getting tagged in a video, right? And I was like, what the? So I went to my mentions, and his viewers were tagging me in a video of his, of a green screen, me liking his video. And he was like, hey, Adam just liked my video, and I'm just trying to figure out why. Like, what the heck? So I was like,
Some stupid shit.
So then,
he was all fangirly. He was a fan.
Dude,
you said you're not gonna let me tell it.
Yeah.
So whatever, right? I didn't like that video because it was gonna be too obvious, like that I saw it, you know. So then I went back like a few days later, and then I liked another video of his, another thirst trap.
All these thirst traps, apparently.
I know. So I liked another video of his, right? And I left it like that. So then I went to his Instagram, and I was like, let me see if he really fucks with me. So I went to his Instagram to see if he was following me, and he was. And then I went on his messages to see if he ever tried to message me, and he did. So I was like,
wait, how long ago?
This was like 2020.
No, I meant like when you noticed his DMs that he had messaged you. Was it like a recent DM,
Yeah.
or it was like a like?
So we met end of April, and he messaged me the beginning of April.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I was like on a Zoom call with a few of my supporters, and he messaged me on my story, add me to the call, LOL.
Okay, so like, let me give a little backstory, because this was also the first time when I DM'd him. It was the first time that I had ever heard of Adam, right? Like,
Shut up.
no, I didn't, dude. No, I kid you not. I didn't have TikTok. I didn't have any like. I wasn't on Twitter.
Capping?
I wasn't like. Like I didn't have TikTok, so I didn't see his videos. Maybe I'd heard like a video or two from a friend, like because my friends would watch you and they would say his stuff.
Pause. So just let me get this right. When you DM'd him, you didn't really know who he was?
I knew who he was at that point, but prior, like I had just followed him because my roommate, she kept sending me his stuff like the week prior. Like she had just become a fan of his like the week prior or something. So then she was constantly sending me his videos, but through messages. And I didn't have TikTok, so I had to download TikTok.
And then you started posting TikToks?
Yes. So I started posting TikToks. I think the moment that I downloaded it, which was a week after. And that's when he had posted like on his Instagram. I had followed him on TikTok and Instagram so I could watch his stuff. Oh, okay. And he had posted on his story like, oh, going on Zoom, I don't know what. So I slid up and said, add me to the call. Like some stupid shit. No.
It was like a long time ago. I had just seen it. So whenever he sent it was like an old story.
Oh, got it.
Like a few days old. Which that makes sense because whenever he messaged me, I was barely like 3 months into making content. So I had just started.
Oh, got it.
I started December of 2019. We started talking April of 2020.
Oh.
So it was fresh of me making content.
Like he was already popping. You know what I mean?
Okay, got it.
But it was like at the beginning
type. Okay. Oh, no, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because when you were like, I don't know, I was like, bitch, what the fuck you mean?
I know. Like, so then I liked another one of his videos, left it at that, went to go see if he was following me on Instagram. He was. And then after he slid up to the Zoom call, he messaged me a few days later and he was like, I think you liked my video on accident. I know.
Pinche mamón, no mames. I'm such a dumbass.
I was told my friend, because I already told my friends, like, oh, look at this cute guy, whatever, right? So then I was like, bitch, he messaged me, fool. Like, I was hyped because I was like, oh my God, like, what do I do? What do I say? Yeah. And then I was like, I asked my friend, like, should I respond? And they were like, just respond. Like, what's going to happen? Yeah. So then I was like, it wasn't an accident, LOL. And like, after that, literally, we had never stopped messaging. Like, it was just constant conversation. DMs turned into like text messages. And then text messages turned into like FaceTime calls. And then we literally like never stopped talking after that.
Let me see.
Oh my God. And it's crazy because like, it's crazy because even the day that I posted it, like a few days later, that's when all of this happened.
Wait,
So it's on the 24th
of April.
of April, yeah. So like. Yeah.
I remember being a kid, my teachers told me I wouldn't be shit. Diamonds in my pinky look like water, made me seasick.
I
Oh.
thought TikTok at the time was just like either dancing or lip syncing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was fresh out.
Like I didn't.
It was giving, because wasn't TikTok before it was like Musically?
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
it changed. So the vibe in the beginning,
It
people
was
were
still
little,
like it like there
People were
wasn't.
trying to figure out what TikTok even was.
Yeah, there wasn't many people like talking. If that makes sense.
Yes, people. Yeah, I get it.
And like Adam was one of the first people that I ever really truly saw that was making like comedy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yes.
And his POV videos
he
too.
was the
like
blueprint.
literally though.
He
Do you want to see that? Wait. Like I'm gonna show you the one. Wait, hold up.
Missy.
Stop. This is so embarrassing, bro.
No, bitch, let me fucking see.
Saul, please mute this.
No, Saul, play for the camera.
on the big screen.
Oh no, I lost it.
Mama.
I did it on purpose.
I read it. Delete my account. I'm like, dude, my account's gone.
Y'all breaks up with me after this.
And then the rest was history.
Yeah, dude. So then I feel like we started talking April of 2020. We got together October of 2020.
Ew,
So
I even talked all straight back then. I'd be like,
did?
yeah, bro, bro.
Show.
Wait, Saul, please mute this.
Okay.
So, this is the second time that Adam likes one of my videos. And
I was all in the closet.
But I want
All of the comments, dude, I was like, I want to.
Oh, I have tea too. I have
Okay,
tea.
say this, spill tea.
So, okay, because I liked his videos, he made that video. So my fucking crazy Latina ass, Aaron,
Oh yeah,
tell me why I like, just because like, okay, if you can relate, you can relate, Aaron.
Toxica, dude.
I made like
Toxica.
a fucking burner account,
Okay.
like a secret account, and I commented on that video.
What'd you say?
I was like, what did I say, babe?
Look, I have it here.
Ew, don't read it.
Don't read it, please. Okay, just show me. Just show me.
No, she said just show
Just
her.
show me.
Okay. The one, look, I'm put at the top.
Let me see. Okay, I'll tell it. No, I'll tell it.
Hey, real though.
No,
So
no,
I
no,
was
and
like,
I commented
it's 'cause,
back. Look,
I just wanted to see what he was gonna say. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't like trying to
Yeah.
manifest it.
No,
I wasn't trying to trick
hold
him
on.
into being in love with me.
Look. I'm gonna loop back around on the topic of manifestation after he says
Okay,
this,
go
'cause
ahead.
So I made a burner account and I was like, "Are you and Adam dating?"
And Lauro said, I don't know, ask him.
Yeah, and then okay, so because I was like, based off of his response, that's gonna tell me whether or not I could like shoot my shot. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
So like, I'm not gonna, because if he was like, "Fuck no, I'm not dating him," like I'm gonna be like, "Okay,
Oh,
let me
he's
just
straight.
Not. Yeah. Like I didn't even know if he was straight or not.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, let me just see what the vibes are, you know? And like, I didn't want to
Yeah.
comment on my account because he was gonna be like,
Well, yeah.
so yeah, I was like, let me. make a
That's
little
so
burner.
fucking real though.
Dude.
I'm trying to think right now if I've ever done any extra shit like that. Like, cause I mean, I'm not above it, girl. I'll do it. Like, I'll do it. I'll do some shit. But honestly, no. If
That's
anything,
crazy.
I'm trying to get back out there. I'm trying to date. But
Yeah?
but dude, I feel like recently I've been what?
the one person he followed on that account was Charlie D'Amelio.
It was giving a little girl.
Babe.
Some random little girl just
That's
commented.
funny. Dude, no, but like, let me tell you. So back to manifestation.
Okay.
Adam literally, he like manifested all of his life, everything in his life, like his
Show
career, me. He manifested like moving to LA. Like he just manifested doing makeup, like being good at makeup, everything.
Yes. Honestly, and you know what I've heard regarding like manifestation, it's like you really have to, and if you want to be able to like manifest easier, you have to be willing to take up space. And a lot of people, myself included, I feel like still kind of struggle with taking up space. And I know that, so even though I have a pod, obviously I'm talking to a camera, and I know that it does like take up space like on the internet. But when it comes to me creating like my personal content, I still have like a lot of fear surrounding that because it's just me, you know, and it's not just sitting down and talking to people. But I heard that when you take up space, you're not afraid to be seen, right? Like you, and that's basically what you do. You know, you create content, you talk to a camera, you literally, you're funny or goofy, you're showing your whole personality. And there's people out there that are very negative, and you know that when you're putting yourself out there in that way, you, like you're allowing yourself to be judged by others, but you don't care. You're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna post what I want to, regardless at the end of the day, regardless how people feel. Like, I know I like my content, I like myself, so I'm gonna take up space. And I feel like that's so like it makes sense, right? Like when you're manifesting, when you take up space, it makes sense as to why it makes it easier for things to come to you, because like you're not worried about like what people are gonna think, or you're just like, I'm just doing this and this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
As opposed to like me on, like, for example, me, I'm like, I want all these things as well, but like when I think about what the actions I have to take to get there, I want to hide. I'm like, fuck. Like, you know, there's just a lot of like anxiety surrounding doing a lot of things. But I feel like when you just are willing to show up as yourself and post yourself, that it makes it more easier for things to come to you, you know, because you're just like, fuck it. Like, this is me. This is like my content. And this is just, you know.
Also being vulnerable too.
Yeah.
Takes a huge part in it as well. Because I think being able to like show your face on the internet is also something that's like very vulnerable. You're opening up a door to let people have opinions on you, to have opinions on your content, on your craft. And a lot of times when like people are very passionate about their craft and about their content, and somebody's bashing on it, it could lead into doubting yourself. You know, it's like you have to really be vulnerable and be open-minded to like the idea of like, well, now it's not just what I find funny and what I like to create, it's now in the hands of other people, you know?
Well, yeah, I guess I get what you mean, but the only thing I will say is like, I know it's easier said than done, but I wish people would be willing to stand more on like what they believe in, and like what, you know, like I definitely agree. Like when I first started this and I would get negative comments, they would feel so shitty. But I feel like now that I've been doing this for a while and people leave a negative comment about what I said or how I looked, or I've gotten comments about everything. Yeah. Same. Now I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care, because I saw this video one time that talked about like people that are happy, that have shit going on for themselves, that are content with life and, you know, getting money, you know, have good relationships, have a good life. Like, they don't have time to waste commenting mean things on people's stuff, you know? And sometimes, like, well, back in the day, you know, I would let those comments get to me. And now that I look back, I'm like, damn, like, I guess I was meant to go through that to get to where I am now. But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, like, I really let these negative comments try to make me feel like I didn't deserve to take up space, you know, like I should change who I am, or I should not say what I felt like was on my mind, you know, and that's like what I wish more people felt like, fuck you, like bitch, like really, like fuck you, dude, like I don't give a fuck how you feel about.
Or like people are so scared to get like canceled nowadays. Yeah. By responding to people, like it's like, dude, the same way that they have the liberty to comment whatever the fuck they want about my appearance, about my video, about my voice, whatever the case is.
So why can't I clap back?
Why can't I say what I gotta say, girl?
Yeah. Or even like I don't even like fuck with clapping back either, because like that's just me giving my energy into someone who doesn't even like deserve my time. That like part. My time to me is so precious and I value it so much. Yeah. And I used to be like that too. I would take comments so to the heart and I would be like, I'm quitting. Like I'm not built for this. But 90% of those comments that are bad are coming from someone who literally is probably going through the shittiest moment in their life. Yeah. And they're just not okay. Like they have like internal issues.
Like they're projecting.
Like, they're really just projecting, and they are obviously like bitter.
They're not happy with themselves.
Yeah. So like, I don't even think that like my energy deserves to go into someone like that.
That's true. Because then what? You're just gonna keep going back and forth on the internet for what?
Like, okay, there's times where like I'll make like the smallest time of my day. If a comment really like,
well, you know,
Now that you're
Taking
at
a dump,
it,
I
you
have a
know,
little
like
time.
the most time that I'll have like on the toilet, like that's probably when I'll give you the most energy, and I'll be like, bitch, fuck you, or like I'll snap back. But like,
that's funny.
for someone who's like constantly hating, or like I see a comment, I'm like, okay, what do you want me to do? Like,
yeah.
there's so many good comments. I mean,
There's like a million.
no, not like
I have
that.
like
But
a
like,
million amazing comments.
oh look, you do. You got.
No, but
I'm like, but you do
you
though.
really do though. You really do. You have amazing comments that really just outshine the negative ones. Like
I
why?
get so much. I
So
connect
much
with so
love,
much more
yeah.
people in a good way than in
Yeah.
a negative way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I will never let someone bother me in that way. Like I
Love that.
and I won't even let them like fuck with my content. Like I won't even let them be like in my head thinking like what I do is not funny because that one person said it. When I have
Literally.
like so many people telling me that I'm getting them through the darkest days, or like
Yeah.
that they're the reason why they laugh in like a whole week, or like that's just something that I can't let happen because that just would hurt.
You're
but
letting
like
them take your power.
yeah,
Like
and
that's
that
literally your
that
power.
makes so much other people that my content does make happy.
Yes.
Like not happy anymore, you know?
Yeah.
That makes
And
sense.
plus, like giving them the gratification. Is that the word?
Like it's
Allah.
like you took a big ass
I'm like,
word.
okay,
The
Webster.
Minneapolis, the Minnesota.
No.
Hella studious.
I think giving them the time of day, I feel like is also like what feeds these haters. Fuck the haters, dude.
I hate that word.
Dude, I know.
Haters are my motivator.
We're all going back to 2015.
I have an I love boobies bracelet.
Dude,
Oh,
did you guys have
fuck.
those?
Dude, yeah.
I did. I had a
But my
belt.
school like banned them.
What the fuck? Why?
Yeah, they like never let us wear them. Cause
What
like
the
they
How
were-
you all mad?
well, yeah, cause I like it was for a good cause. But like my school was like, don't wear that.
Wait, were they for like breast cancer and stuff?
Yeah,
oh,
they
I
were.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
You thought it was just a
What?
trend? Somebody just
Dude,
started?
I just loved boobies.
No, it was like for a good cause, and like my school was like, don't wear it because like the word boobies. But I was like,
Really?
and like they would even like take them away from us, but I just flip mine around.
Dude, I remember that. I remember one time like going to my teacher's desk and she opened her cajon to give me something and she had a fucking
She had
a
hella
little
in there?
collection, every fucking color in her fucking
Bitch.
cajon.
Dude,
I was
They're all
like, what the
hers.
fuck?
It was. Can we talk about how many? Wait, what time is it? Oh, it's good.
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah.
How many trends like we went through during school? Like trends have always been a thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
do you guys remember those silly bands?
Oh, those are my shit.
Like the
What-
ones that were
which
like
one?
shaped in dinosaurs, or like they
Yeah,
were. Like,
oh my god,
different
yes, I had a
colors.
shit ton, bitch. I would go to school all fucking decked out, like bitch, what the fuck?
Dude,
Did you?
GTO me soda.
I know.
do you guys
Yo me a shot.
remember?
I know. Like,
Do you guys remember those keychains, the ones that you would like fold and band into like
Yeah.
the little like yes.
Oh my god, bitch, you just pulled that fucking memory right out of my fucking asshole right now.
Dude,
What the
mine
hell?
too.
watch her to smell
You're like,
it.
that's what I smelled. Dude, that's crazy. I
No.
didn't even remember those.
Yeah.
So my school, I don't know what the fuck happened, but like they made a rumor that those silly bands were made out of condoms.
Bro, dude, what the fuck is Texas on?
Like I
What
have
they put in the
like
air
a
over
core
there?
memory of like everybody like those are made out of condoms. Like the
And
little
it's like,
like
yeah, I just used this condom last night. I made it into a bracelet.
You just use like 70 of them.
Yeah, every bracelet that I have is every time I fuck. Yeah, I fucked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm counting.
You're like each one represents a body.
Do you guys ever remember that one challenge, like the salt and ice challenge?
Dude,
What?
yes, I
Salt
remember
and
that.
ice.
Dude, remember, baby, you would like put salt and then rub ice and it would burn.
It
you.
would burn. You never did
Yeah,
that?
no, I do remember.
I didn't
that.
do it, but yes, I remember. Do you guys remember the eraser one?
Oh no, I don't know.
Dude, bitches were literally, you gotta count the ABCs, and the whole time, the more you went to the ABCs, like the faster you erase your skin.
No.
Ew.
Do y'all remember the one where you put your hand and you have a knife?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll do it with the
Challenge.
pencil.
I never did that challenge, bitch. You
Dude,
really fucked
the
up.
fucking cinnamon powder one. Bitches were fucking eating
Bitches were
cinnamon
dying.
powder.
God,
Bitches were
bitch, that
dying.
Did y'all
with
try it?
skin.
No,
I did.
bitch.
You
I-
did?
I did. I almost died, bitch.
What?
Dude, I
the-
can't
No,
imagine.
like for real, like I had to get a new lung.
I got a lung
He only has one
transplant.
right now.
I know. I'll have it in my backpack.
It's all in a bag of ice.
It's all there covered in cinnamon.
Dude, what other? Okay, look. What about
The skinny jean one.
No, with like the studded belt.
Dude, the ones that had the little like spikes.
Hey, dude. I don't know about y'all, but I went through like a black. There was like a black like little corset like era too, where other girls in my school they would wear like it was a skinny jeans and they would wear like a black corset. I don't know, maybe that was just
like
my school.
over.
Like they would wear like a regular like t-shirt, but like for women like the I don't know what you call it, like just like a camiseta, I don't know, and like the pegadita ones, but like the short shoulder ones.
Oh yeah.
And then they would just put like a fucking black like
corset over.
like black like fucking. It was not a corset. It looked like a corset from the
like
stomach,
a vest.
but and then it had like the little like suspenders.
Maybe I do.
I don't know. And it's like every bitch in the fucking whole school was wearing them.
Do you guys remember when like
where did you live in Narnia?
Actually, yeah,
I did.
I can't say that.
All the girls that would have like one long undershirt and then one on top, like they had like
the
yes!
spaghetti, or they would have like a spaghetti strap over the shirt.
Bitch, I did that. Why you call me out? And we don't talk about that no more.
Or like the Bobby Jack shirt.
Yes.
Dude.
Do you guys remember Ed Hardy?
Yes, bitch. I stole them.
My
bitch.
sister loves Ed Hardy.
I would steal them from my uncle. Bitch, I didn't have any, but my uncle did. And I'm like, bitch, I'm in the morning. Look at this closet. What shirt am I to put on today?
I'm fucking dead. Dude, they're all big on her.
Literally, I would tie them from the back, bitch.
No, I had a really bad like. I've always had a bad sense of fashion, bitch. If y'all follow me, y'all know my clothing options are a little weird. But whenever I was in middle school, bitch, tell me why I would wear like plaid shorts.
Wait a minute.
Like, do you know what plaid is?
Yeah, dude. Jorts.
No.
You never wear jorts?
No.
They were like the flannel.
Actually, I'm just kidding. I would wear my jorts, but I would slit them. Like,
you're so cringy.
hi, mi amor, you have those in your closet right now.
He's all calling me out.
He's like, nah, for now, I'm gonna throw them away. I'm gonna burn them.
Dude, yeah, but I would wear like
Plaid
shorts with like a polo.
Dude,
I was all skinny.
No, tell me why those same plaid shorts are still sitting in his fucking closet.
No, not those. Those are like PJ vibes.
Oh, he
but
upgraded.
Like, these were like George Co. From Walmart.
Bitch, I'm all thinking it's all Versace.
George Co jeans.
No, George Co black tees.
Dude, I low-key buy the men's jeans from Walmart.
Really?
Because they look good. Like, they just look like that baggy fit. Like, they fit good from the top and they're just like baggy, like straight. Like, and like, they look so good. Yeah. I have like 3 pairs of George Co jeans.
I'm like, George Co
I was like, this sounds familiar when you said George Co. I was like, wait, you said Walmart. I was like, fine.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, dude, Walmart's been stepping it up low-key with their clothes. Yeah.
But they don't have a really good like plus size section.
No.
Hey, fuck Walmart.
I know,
like,
literally.
Hey, we don't all shop. We ain't none of us shopping there. Hey, better step it up. It's 2023.
Honestly,
it's almost 2024. That's crazy.
Dude, the way that we're in November already.
The fact that the year passed by like faster.
That's scary.
Do you guys do Friendsgiving and stuff like that?
Yes. I think we're gonna do one this year.
You better invite me.
You're invited. No, literally, you're invited.
What do you want me to
No,
take?
we literally just talked about it today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
We just planned everything today.
Oh, I wasn't told anything. That's crazy.
Well, no, we haven't planned like an invite.
We don't even have a
inviting
place.
myself. I'm like, y'all better invite me. I'm gonna show up anyway.
We're still trying to figure out whether we want to do it at our house or at a peer space or something,
like a little venue,
or like or Airbnb or something.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We're gonna go all out. Yeah,
I'm excited.
Dude, what's your favorite holiday and like your favorite holiday dish?
Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, let me go first.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, it catches everybody off guard.
Okay.
But it's my favorite holiday. I literally have like, I don't know if my childhood was like the best time during this time, but like Easter is my favorite holiday. Dude, it's because like in my head, Easter, all I can remember is my family getting together, making like a good ass carne asada with like potato salad and like rice, like ooh.
Okay, girl, because you're changing my mind because that sounds good.
And like Easter egg hunts, like cascarones, and like being at the river, like just those were the vibes, dude. Easter is like one of my favorite holidays.
You're making my trauma act up because you know what's crazy, like in a good way though, like. I feel like my whole life, just like a quick little, like, you know, I feel like growing up, my parents were like, you know, they were there the way like a lot of Latino parents are, but I always never felt like my parents really like knew me or like, you know, really like took the time of day to spend time with me growing up, you know?
Like every Latino.
literally like every fucking Latino. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a fucking maybe a worldwide experience actually. Every fucking culture. But anyway, I feel like I resonate so much when you're saying you love Easter because I feel like Easter was one of the times where the adults actually interacted with the fucking kids. Like, because they were the ones that would go out to hide the eggs. Yeah. They would put money, like candy and all this stuff in the eggs. And not only that, but they would watch us. Like, they would pay attention to us and like laugh with us and crack jokes, or like they would help me. Like, it was one of the few times I remember my dad like actually holding my hand and walking with me, him trying to tell me, put the money egg right there, like, you know, him trying to tell me, like, you know, give me clues. And it's like, I felt, and that was one of the holidays where I felt not only seen, but like that they were actually spending time with me.
Like
so they invested,
our
not just like drinking beers and like ignoring the fucking kids or sitting, you know, like they actually, and also I could feel like they also felt like kids, even themselves, you know, like I felt like my uncles and my parents and my tias, like we were all like kids all over again together. And I feel like that's why when you said that, I was like, dude, like I hella see it. I hella see why.
And then
Easter.
like all of us hiding inside because everybody was outside putting the eggs.
Like,
or
the
even
anticipation.
Or even when you would go and like crack your egg on your tío or something, like, and they'd be like, oh, but everyone would be laughing and shit.
They'd be like, I'm gonna get you back.
Y'all cracks,
pick me.
y'all cracks like a real egg on me. I'm like, oh.
No, dude, would you guys ever like, sorry, off topic,
no,
but like fill the eggs with like flour and shit?
Oh yeah.
And like fucking put it all over people, like.
Dude, my family would also leave some with actual egg inside too.
Ooh,
yeah, dude, it was, but it was fun, and nobody would get mad. Like
would
everybody
they paint them?
Yeah, it's like the painting them.
Dude, okay, what do y'all say?
We're gonna celebrate Easter.
I know, I love.
We gotta do it. We gotta like we're gonna have an Easter for adults. That'd be a cool video.
Good content.
Okay, and what's your favorite? So your favorite dish would be like the carne asada and like the.
Okay, main was, it's like weird, but it would be like potato salad.
Mine too. That was my.
I love a good potato salad.
Dude. It's because look, this way I would eat my food. All right, Easter I would get like my fucking chicken, and then I'll get my potato salad and like the rice and the beans. Bitch. Ooh, I'll get my eggs with all the money and go eat.
Do you guys like frijoles charros? I would have like chicharron, bacon, like weenie, so everything.
So good.
Oh my god. My pussy's wet.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Dude, I wasn't like all up into the Easter vibes. I guess like I felt like what y'all are saying about like getting everyone together. Like I feel like now I'm looking back and I'm like, okay, that was like, that's true, you know, like everyone got together. But for me, it was more like on Christmas time. Like Christmas time was like the one time a year where you could dress like a total slut and no.
I'm a mouse.
I'm just kidding. No, but Christmas, like everybody would get together. Like especially when my grandpa was still alive, like everyone make sure like that was the holiday for us to get together. Because obviously like my uncle, like he had his wife and like they would spend it with both their families, but he dedicated Christmas to like being with our side of the family, you know? And then all my tias from San Antonio would drive down. All my cousins from all over would be on vacation. They would all come together. It was just like the one time of the year that like it just felt right. And plus, like, they would do the most. Like, they'd be dressing up in Santa Claus costumes. And, like,
I love that.
They'd be doing the most. Like, I love that. It was so much fun. And
it's cute.
Yeah, that for me was, like, the most special time. And I feel like all the carne asadas at every holiday was the same. So, like, the food was just always... It just felt even more top tier then, because you would eat at like 3 p.m. and then you would eat the leftovers throughout the day.
And then you get like the menudo, the tamales.
That was my shit.
Yeah. That part.
Christmas is for sure a holiday where it was dedicated to like not new foods, but like the fucking time consuming foods and like the good shit.
Recalentado the next day.
I would say Christmas. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Christmas is like up there for me too. But Christmas is also one where I feel like going back to like our family not really being like, because Christmas parties would just be for adults to get fucked up. Like in my like family, like and like the kids would just be waiting for 12 o'clock to like open the gifts,
watching
and, like,
TV.
Yeah, dude, and the adults are just over there getting like all pedos and shit.
Yeah,
like,
we all kept ourselves busy. Like I feel like the adults would have their party, but all of our cousins would just be like. haciendo desmadre, dude. Like,
did you guys ever
every
sneak
year.
beers when you guys were kids? Did you guys ever sneak alcohol? No.
Okay, one time on accident, my dumbass.
I was scared. Oh, no, I didn't.
My, like, you know how, like, when we were younger, like, our parents would always send us to get the beer for them and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, when you were 21 or?
No, like, in the ice chest.
Oh, from the ice chest. I was like, wait a minute.
Am I driving?
You're all 12 years old?
You're all 10 years old?
Giving
You're
him a
like,
fake.
you look, I'm going to push your pedal.
Bitch, your head's...
You look, I'll be down here.
Your head's all like this underneath the window.
Like, tell me when to hit the brake.
You're like, from the cups.
No, like, from the ice chest and shit.
Okay, yeah.
So, they would also tell me, like, oh, go throw this away. Like, go throw my beer or whatever.
I hate
So
that.
one time, my mom would send me to, like, go throw her beer away. And I was like, I'll walk into the trash can and I was like, and I lifted it and she still had some. And I was like, bitch, I hated it.
It was so disgusting. Like, now I'm all drinking it.
Has it grown on you now?
Fuck no, I hate beer.
Yeah. I used to drink beer like when I was like 21 vibes, but that shit just like, oh,
dude,
it's
not
so
gonna lie,
gross.
I started drinking beer when I would pull up to like my cousin was like kind of popular, so he would have like a lot of kickbacks, like a lot of stuff, and he would let me come even though I was 15. But it was so funny because I would come and he'd tell all his friends like, she's 15, like he would make a whole fucking announcement. This is my cousin, nobody fucking like, bitch, chill. How do you know I wasn't trying to get at one of your daddy friends? Like,
literally putting a sign above
they were all
you,
19,
like, off limits.
dude, because they were all like 19, 20, like they're all fine. And my pinche calentudas, I was 15, I was trying to get some dick. No,
Bitch, you're all
crazy.
wearing like big old glasses with braces. You're like,
Dude, I'm like, listen,
on her.
pulling up like my skirt was up my ass. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I would drop stuff. I would drop stuff on purpose. Like, oh.
bitch,
No, anyway,
all slut.
dude, literally. Dude, we've been cussing. We've been. Hey, we need to check the bottle at this point.
Bitch, I'm like, let me get a shot.
Dude, and like he would literally like they had nothing but beer vibes. So I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna just drink beer because that's all they have, and I couldn't afford. Bitch, I couldn't buy my own, alcohol. I was a kid, so I at first I just started drinking it just because I was like, okay, like that's all there is. But I feel like because I drink it so much, it grew on me.
Oh, okay,
it's kind of one of those things. Like I imagine like the way I thought about it was like, dude, like imagine like let's say you were poor, right, and like all you had to eat was like.
Maruchan.
Right? And maybe at the beginning you didn't like it, but you probably eat it so many times that your brain just kind of tricks you to being like, bro, like, well, at least trick yourself into thinking it's good, Like, get the gusta, because if you're that's all you're gonna have to eat, instead of being miserable, might as well fucking, at least fucking enjoy it, So,
I feel you on that one. Because at one point I was like, well, fuck, like, I didn't really know what like drinking was growing up, but I was like, is this all people drink? So then I was like, well, what beer can I like? So then I like the one beer that I can probably tolerate the most is like Dos Equis.
Oh yeah,
because my parents would always drink that shit. And
have you ever tried a Corona with a lemon in it? Do that. I know you're probably like, nah. But if you ever have the chance to, I love a Corona with a salted rim, and then just squeeze a lemon in there. Put the lemon inside and then like put your thumb over the hole and then like put it upside down just so it could shake, like it could get mixed in there. And
turn it around, flip it up, throw it in the air.
Put it in your butt. So you can feel it faster. Dude, that's crazy. Have you guys heard that? That if you put alcohol in your butt, it hits faster?
What?
People do that. People
crazy.
Literally put liquor and beer or whatever. I don't know exactly what, but in some kind of substance.
That's crazy.
People put up their butt and
but
it
where
hits.
does it go?
It just it absorbs faster. I guess it absorbs faster and it literally, I guess it goes faster into your blood or whatever, and it hits. I'm like, well, watch this next video.
I'm like, cameras off, babe.
Watch it on the
Patreon.
Patreon. Stay tuned for the Patreon. We're about to put beer up our butt.
I'm like, I already did.
That's all the thumbnail. I'm like,
dude, like, did you guys used to watch Jackass?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I
not
used
really.
to love them.
No,
I wouldn't watch it like religiously, but it was like one of my favorite.
I just watched the movies. No,
oh
the show.
yeah. Wow. What Lauro, you probably know. What did they say before each like stunt? They'd be like, my name is Steve-O and this is Jackass. Like, dude, I've always wanted to create like a video where like I do go like, my name is Vanessa and this is Jackass. Like, dude, just some dumb shit. I just think it'd be so fucking funny, bro.
You're
like,
some fucking.
We'd be doing some dumb shit. Let's make it happen.
Wait, let's take a shot first and then we'll make it happen.
Where's mine?
Right here.
Oh, you point it over here.
Guys, I cussed, so everyone's gonna have to take.
We all cussed. We've all been cussing.
Salud. But
You
yeah,
need your chaser when you're done, babe.
I feel like I wasn't
say
the
a cheers.
biggest.
Say a cheers to this.
Okay.
What are you gonna cheers for?
I want to say cheers since you guys weren't able to celebrate our anniversary with us. Cheers to 3 years with Poopy. Salud, salud. And cheers, honestly. Hey, cheers for what's to come too, because.
Ooh, I don't know.
Cheers to the IE network, y'all.
Oh, you're so sweet.
This is like crazy. I feel like I've met Vanessa, I've met Saul, and I've never really met like people more invested in their craft and like take a lot into what goes into it. And like, I really admire you guys like as content creators. Like my shots are worn the fuck off. Like this is coming off the dome. Like you guys as content creators is like so sickening, and like you guys inspire me so much. So cheers to you.
And even as people, I feel like y'all are
guys.
such like wholehearted people, and I feel like
y'all my heart for real.
I love you guys.
Cheers.
Let me wait for the chaser. Oh, my tummy's hurting.
I really appreciate that coming from you. Like,
oh yeah, no, like
you guys, I feel like have been like so sweet to me. Like you guys have embraced me. You guys have opened the doors of your homes to me. Like y'all don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like
no, yeah, we didn't want to, but
you forced your way in.
Nah,
I
just kidding,
like,
just
I'm
kidding.
coming
We
over.
love you.
No, in the beginning when I met you, when you came on, Lauro, to the show, like we really vibe, but I never saw us like being where we're at right now. Not because I didn't think like you were cool or anything, but I was just like, there's no way that like, you know, when you meet creators, I feel like you can only meet them so much, and without wanting to feel like you're intruding, be like, oh, like let's kick it, let's hang out, whatever, and like doing all these things. I'm like, dude, like there's no way that we're gonna kick it, you know. And then also me too. I was like, dude, you're with Adam, and Adam's like a huge like influencer. I was like, I don't know how you also felt about bringing people into your circle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, like there's no way like that anything like serious is coming out of this.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like I don't just like meet somebody off the bat and just like instantly think, oh, we're gonna be besties. We're gonna be like, I'm all plugging it in. Dude, no, you know what's funny? I always say besties for everything.
Dude, low-key, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Like when we were coming up with the name for the show, we had like a lot of things, but nothing nicknames, but nothing really sounded like good.
Right.
But Besties was what made more sense. Even though we knew that it's something that a lot of people already used, we felt like it was just fitting. We were like, okay, like it's something that when a lot of people hear, like they're gonna relate to it, because a lot of people already say Besties, so we're like, that's just gonna help us in our favor too.
Right.
You know, like when we start branding and posting and stuff, like because it is already a term that a lot of people use. Like
I didn't even like notice it until after I went on. I was like, oh my god, wait, I say besties a lot actually. But like I was saying, I feel like at the beginning when we first moved out here, like I was super open to just making friends, you know what I mean? But it was so hard to like really read people, and also how much willing they were on their end to be friends with me. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like the fear that you had with, oh well, like Lauro, you know, he's with Adam. It's like they are content creators. You know, they're like quote unquote bigger than me, like in that aspect. And like I feel like your fear, like I had that too.
Yeah.
Especially being like, you know, Adam's boyfriend.
Yeah,
and
like
being
are people just using me to get to him?
Exactly. Like you really don't know. And like maybe not just that. Like there was so many just things that would go to my head where it's like, not only are they trying to just get to him, like what are their intentions? Like it's just hard, and I feel like with time, like you just realize like who are the like real people when you talk to them, like you know what I mean? Like we've had moments where we're not filming anything,
and we get fucking real,
and it's like
fucking real.
Yeah, and we're able to like just sit down and have a conversation, and I feel like those things don't happen frequently. Yeah. So I feel like in your eyes, you feel like, oh, well, like I didn't expect this, but we didn't expect it either. You know what I mean? Like we didn't expect to like really click. We don't like have an expectation to click with anyone off the bat, and if it does, it's like perfect. Yeah. But I feel like you've always been such a balance in our little friendship. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you we've told you this before. Like, you're such a knowledgeable person when it comes down to
Dude,
things.
Vanessa, I feel like for the little time, sorry to cut you off, babe, but for the
fine.
little time that I've known her, she's been able to like pick at my brain and like solve so many like unanswered questions for me because of how knowledgeable she is. Like,
You're so wise.
You're like such an old soul. You have like like your thoughts
that
go above
part.
and beyond, and like sometimes you are able to comprehend and understand and put it out into words, things that I can't even like break down like in my head. And the moment you say them, I'm like, oh shit, that's exactly what the fuck I'm thinking, but I just can't put it into words, you know, because I just don't have the knowledge.
Your words are so like exquisite.
I can leave the room.
Dude,
I'm like, no, please.
I'm like, your words are so intricate.
Like spell that.
No, actually spell it, please.
INTRUITES.
IEN Besties.
Lee.
No, but yeah, like you really are like someone who we admire as a friend and as a fucking like mentor, because you are so like wise and you have like a lot of knowledge on everything. Like you like are able to nitpick certain things in people's situations. And like you're not biased, so you're gonna come from both sides of a situation. You're gonna be able to like find common ground between everything.
That part.
And figure it out. You know, you're like a therapist, bitch.
Dude, people have told me that, but I'm like, honestly, like, not that I don't want to be a therapist. Like, I feel like I get really invested. Like, not like super, but I feel like if I were to be a therapist, I would take it home with me. And one of my therapists, I have a therapist friend actually, and she told me that in school they actually teach you how to not take it home with you, because it's a lot. You know, you're listening to people's problems and their sadness and their anger, and you sometimes you can't help but take it on, you know.
Yeah.
And she was saying that they actually teach you when you go for that to like how to leave it at work and not take it home with
That's
you.
crazy.
I was like, I didn't even know that.
I didn't think there was a way. I didn't think it was possible to have
that's honestly what would keep me, because I feel like, dude, obviously, like the stage that I'm at in life, I want to strive to be a better friend, because I wasn't always like this. Like I've changed so much, I've grown so much, and like I feel like I've told myself from like now moving forward, I want to have meaningful friendships, and I want them to be deep, and like, yes, fun, we could drink and go out and party, but I also want to feel connected. I also want to feel like I know who I'm hanging out with.
Right.
I know the kind of values that of the people that I'm surrounding myself with. Like, I want to feel like there's substance to like my friendships, and not just feel like we're just hitting each other up to drink and go out, because that's I feel like what most of my friendships my whole life have been. Very superficial, and that was kind of like very hard for me to kind of accept that like there's no depth to my friendships, you know, and I've had to let a lot of stuff go, and it's hard. Natural. And it's so hard, especially when you creces with people, you know, that you have cariño, and it's like not that you're talking down on them or anything, but it's just like when you grow and like, you just want different things for yourself, and it's like you can't bring people with you. You can't force people to change. You can't force people to like, you know, just understand you. So it's just like, okay, like I've just had to go out and embody that, right? So it's like I feel like I try to be the kind of friend that I want to have, like, you know. So it's like I really appreciate that you guys are saying that. Like, it honestly means the world to me that you guys see that side, because I feel like I've been trying to, you know, because I could be that goofy, funny friend. I could crack jokes. I could drink with you, but
we've seen it.
Yeah, but I also want my friends to know that they can count on me, that like I'm there for you, like I'm gonna always like hear you out, like if you call me at fucking 2 a.m, bitch, anything, like I'm there for you. Like maybe sometimes I can't because I got a kid, but you know, I'm always try my best to like be there.
You bend over backwards for a lot of people,
like but I want to do that for people that I feel like see me, you know, like fully, not just like to drink and to party, you know. I want to do that for, I feel like, people that are gonna do it for me, and people that like, you know, just I guess see me overall, you know.
A friendship is also like, it's like any relationship. It's like really any relationship where you have to meet each other halfway. It shouldn't be one-sided, or it shouldn't be where one person's benefiting off the other, or who's benefiting off of who more, you know. It has to be like an open invitation to like everything, like anything that you're dealing with, if it's problems or if it's to party, like you should be open to being there for anything, you know, because I've had friendships where all they want to do is just party, but then when it comes down to like me going through a real life situation, or like when I got kicked out, or like, you know, it's like we're all those friends that are there hitting you up the moment that Friday comes around. It's like, why don't you think of me Tuesday to have dinner, or like let's just fucking kick it and just talk, you know, like it's like a friendship shouldn't just be defined off of the partying, you know, like, and that's where a lot of our connections, I feel like we've built, have been including the partying, but like outside of that, like we're able to just have meaningful conversations, or just sit down and just have a few laughs, like at somebody's house.
Yeah,
you know?
just
like,
be real. Like I feel like everyone knows what it's like to be around a friend, and deep down know that like this person actually doesn't really know me. You know, like I can't share certain things with this person, or you know, like you just feel it. You know, when you can wholeheartedly say or be like yourself completely, or when you can't, you know. And I feel like that's the feeling that I'm trying to like get away from. Like I want to be around people that, like you said, we can party, we can drink, we can do all these fun things, but I also like, when shit hits the fan, like bitch, and like I just don't want to drink, like I just like I need to be real for a minute, like, you know, I need to be surrounded by people that are gonna get that as well. And I truly feel that way about you guys as well. Like that's why I love you guys so much, and I'm like, damn, like it's been really nice to be able to get to know the both of you off camera, because I just genuinely love that you guys are who you guys show up as, like on the camera. This is who you guys are, you know, like you're not faking it, like you're not just trying to be like some people you're not, like you guys are for real, like for real.
Thank you.
And I'm like, damn, like it makes me so happy. And dude, you know, it's so funny, like I have family that follows both of you, and they've been sending me like clips of me here and there, and they'll be like, dude, like what the fuck? They'll be like, what the fuck, like what are you doing, what are you doing in this video, bitch, like what are you doing in this TikTok, dude, like
no.
Dude. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, oh yeah, oh them, oh yeah, we go way back.
It's
I'm
like, dude, what? You're like, I've been knowing them.
Dude, yeah, they live like 3 minutes from me. Like, we kick it every weekend. Like we do carne asadas all the time.
You're like, I met their whole family.
I'm with them right now. Can you call me back later?
Dude, literally. My sister was actually butthurt with me because she was like, bro, because on the way here, I was on the phone with her and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna film. I was like, Adam and Lauro are gonna be today. And she's a huge fan of you too, because dude, in quarantine, I'm telling you, me and my sisters are like this. So we would live together at the time, and we would watch your videos. Like we would literally like be laying in bed together, and we literally, dude, we'd have our phones out, and like, you know, I don't know if it's happened to you guys where like your For You pages start synchronizing, and like the same videos will pop up.
Me and Adam,
yes,
I can't show him any video, bitch, because he'll be like, oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. I already saw that. Oh yeah, that's funny. I saw it. I'm like, bitch.
Nah.
Then why am I with you?
What else?
Like,
what other reason?
It's like, who am I going to show my funny videos to?
That's what I want to do. Bye. And literally, we would just show each other like your videos. We'd be like, bro, like we'd be like, oh, this is my favorite one. Oh, or like we start like mimicking you. Be like, like, you know, using your lingo and like, you know, shit like that. Wait, don't finish.
Like, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Bitch, on thumbnail.
Like, oh.
Bitch, on whistle tone on Ariana. You're like, it's too
COVID.
A lot. Just, I went to Disney yesterday and I'm losing my voice. I'm sorry, guys.
There's amusement parks in Texas, right? What is it? What guy?
So there used to be this one called Splash Town, which was my fucking fave. It was like a water park.
Oh yeah.
But they shut it down. Dude, it's scary. Like, not scary, but like it's kind of sad because like the entire establishment is still up.
Ooh, but it just shut down?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, I don't know.
It's just dried out.
I don't know now because I haven't been in Texas and I haven't passed by it in like forever. But like the most recent time, I was already living here and I had passed by it and it was still up, like all the water slides. And like,
that's crazy,
dude. Yeah, and I'm just like, hello. I'm like, can you turn the water on?
You're like,
so depressing.
Hey, I'm gonna turn it on myself.
Dude.
And there's like, is there Six Flags?
Yeah, there's Six Flags too.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the one here, but the one in Texas is pretty big for me. Like, I love it.
Dude, we used to live like 5 minutes from it. Like we lived like it was on one side of the highway and we lived on the other side.
Dude, then you guys have to go to the one here.
I want to so bad.
Let's go.
We haven't gone, and we like roller coasters are our favorite.
Dude,
like,
me.
I love roller coasters.
I'm
Dude,
like
why the fuck?
Dude, I'm such a slut for roller coasters.
Dude, why the fuck the other day I was driving, my baby was in the backseat, he's 4. And we went like on a little dip, like it was like a little mountain, so the car went down really fast. Yeah. And he's starting to obviously like experience, like, you know, when you're going down a little mountain, you feel, yeah. Why the fuck did he say, Mommy? He was like, that felt good. It tickled my penis and my butthole. I was like, bitch.
I'm like, I guess that's a good way to put it.
What the fuck?
What'd you tell him?
I just started laughing. I was like, bitch. I was like, that's crazy. Like, dude, kids say the randomest shit.
I'm they say the most unfiltered shit.
How? Okay, like, I was just talking to my mom the other day. Because, like, being a parent is, like, something I can't even imagine being.
Yeah.
So, like, how is it being a mom? Like, I'm sure you look at your child and you're like, wow, you make me so happy. Like, you are such a small individual, but you have this huge impact on my life. Yes. And, like, I'm sure you do things for your child specifically.
Yeah.
And, I like, for me, I can't, like, I was even asking my mom, like, would you, like, were you proud of us? Like, were there moments that we accomplished something and you were like, wow, that's my son? Or, like, how did you parent us? Or, like, because I don't know what being a parent is like, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure being a parent is, like, a whole other realm of, like, stuff you've never even felt.
Dude,
and, like,
crazy.
Feelings and emotions and, like, how is that? Like, obviously that experience with your son the other day was, like, what the fuck? But, like, you know,
Today I was just fucking cooking huevos con weenie and he's in the living room and he was like, Mom, that smells so fucking good. I was like, bitch.
You're like, take a shot.
I was like, give me your fucking juice cup, bitch. I'm gonna pour it in there. Dude, no, honestly, kids, like, it's like just a roller coaster of emotions, honestly. Like,
that's crazy.
It's just as how it's like amazing, I feel like it's equally like
challenging.
This so challenging, you know. And honestly, I will say that the first like 2 years of his life were definitely like the hardest for me, just adjusting to being a parent. Just realizing that like this kid is like, it's gonna be up to you to raise it, how they think, how they act, like, you know, they start mimicking your behaviors and it's just like, oh shit, like, you know, they start like doing things that you do that are good and bad and it's like, oh fuck, you know, like I really gotta do better, you know. It's just like, you know what I mean? I guess I gotta stop cussing, you know. And it's just like, damn, like it's tough. But one thing I will say, I generally do feel like it's sometimes feels like it's a little tougher than it is fun, if that makes sense. But the moments where it's good, it really does make up for the tough moments, even though sometimes it could be more tough than like good. Even if it's just like one good thing in the day, like that makes up for like a whole shitty day. And I think that's just built in with like being a parent, that it's like you just have this unconditional, like undying love for your children that like they can do like wrong things and you're like in your eye like you're like it's fine, you know. That's like so crazy. And it's honestly so crazy. Like I never saw myself being a parent. Like Ezra was unexpected to me, you know, it wasn't planned, and I was young. I was 21 when I had him, so it was like literally the freaking peak of my whole era. Like I was going out, I was like getting fucked up every single day, so like I had to stop cold turkey like the way I was living and assimilate to being a mother. And it was very depressing, like that whole journey. But now that he's 4, I would not take it back. Like I remember when I was pregnant, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, you know, I was a lot of mixed emotions. Like I honestly was more angry and sad than I was excited. Like it was just a lot going on. And I always felt like this is feelings gonna be forever. And I felt guilty that I felt like I was never gonna be happy with being a mother. But now that he's 4, I'm like, dude, like this is like actually the best fucking thing that has happened to me. Like I truly feel that. And I truly feel like I don't know, like for people out there that are like listening, even you, they're like, I can't see myself like being a parent. Like I genuinely don't think that, because me taking back, like before I was pregnant, I couldn't see myself being a parent either. So like I relate to that sentiment of like, fuck, like I couldn't see myself having a kid, like what the fuck, you know. But once they're there, it's so true where it's like that. It just comes out of you, you know. It really does, and maybe not right away because it didn't come out right away for me. Like my son didn't pop out, and I was like, oh, all of a sudden I love being a mom, and I fucking love, you know. It didn't. It was does not happen at all that way. It definitely the love comes with time, and I will say that because in the beginning, like the first couple of months, like I said, the first 2 years were really hard because like I would look at my son, and obviously I was a good mother from day one. Like I did what I had to do, but I didn't enjoy it. Like I was like, when the fuck is the love coming? Like when is the fuck? It's literally, bitch. Like when is it coming for this job? Because it's a job. It's a 24/7 for the rest of your life. You never stop being a mother, you know. So I was like, when is the love coming? It's like I don't feel like it's coming. Like I'm doing this shit, and like I do smile at my son and like everything, but I felt like I was sold like a fake dream. Like, you know, people portray parenting to be like the best thing on earth, and like I felt like robbed. I was like, that, or am I doing it wrong, or is something wrong with me? You know, because I don't enjoy this shit. You know, I'd rather be throwing ass right now. Like I'd rather be out on the weekend, you know, like I'd rather be doing other shit, like not this.
I also feel like a lot of what we see from parents is usually the good stuff.
Oh,
like
that
never,
part.
It's never like an open discussion or conversation of like the shit that you go through as a parent.
Yeah, there's a lot of shame, I think, in the parenting community for sure, especially when you're trying to be better, you know, when you don't want to parent the way our parents parented, you know, there's so much shame and like, and not a lot of people are willing to be open and vulnerable about what the real shitty things that you feel when you're parenting. And I feel like that's why I've always been very honest, because if anyone listening, if I can at least make someone feel like seen, heard as a parent, or also even just like educate someone on what it's like to feel at least as a new parent, or what it's like to be a parent, like I feel like my testimony is like more real than what a lot of people will put out there. Like you said, it's like people will just put the best stuff. 100%. You know, like I remember when I was pregnant, I would ask like my tias and like family members and like friends like that already had kids, like, oh, like how do they feel being pregnant? And not one of them fucking warned me. It wasn't until like I actually had them and started expressing like my frustrations that everybody would be like, oh yeah, I get, like, you know, it's like, well, why didn't you share this before? You know, like I asked you, and like everyone was just acting like, oh, like best shit ever.
It's because that's like the old school mentality.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the older generations like forced their pain and their frustration. They would push it so deep to the back of their head that they wanted to like just make it all rainbows and butterflies. When in reality, it's like I don't think they wanted to own up that it was difficult.
It wasn't like, you know that, what I mean? 100%.
Because at that point, you start to correlate that they were bad parents because you're experiencing frustration, you're experiencing anger, you're experiencing fucking just, you don't know where to fucking turn because like it's just you know what I mean? Like obviously like everyone's situation is different as a parent, but for the most part, like I feel like nowadays it's so much more common for parents to split up and like to do their own thing. So it's like a lot of times like parents like are both roles, you know what I mean? And it's like it's so shunned upon from like the older generations that like you can't even complain about things because they're like, no, pues, ¿por qué no tienes pareja? Or like, or like, es tu culpa, like it's your fault for not like having your partner around, you know what I mean? And it's like times have changed, you know, like, and that's where also a lot of the struggles come into play for a lot of parents nowadays, because it's so much more common for people to like say, well, you know what, like I'm gonna do this on my own if I have to, because I have to, you know. It's like I'm not gonna abandon my kid, I'm not gonna abandon my child just because I'm frustrated, you know. Like, and like you said, like the good times outweigh the bad times, even though it may seem like there's less of the good times as they're growing up. But like as your child is growing, you're growing as a person too. You know, like as a parent, as somebody that's guiding these kids, like every parent doesn't get taught how to be a parent, you know. So, and like we know so many people that are going through like parenting alone. You know what I mean? Like my sister, like all of her kids, she raised them without their baby daddy. I mean, without her baby daddies, you know, and she has 4 kids. So she raised all of them without their dads. They were there, but not there,
Yeah.
And it's like it seems like the end of the world for a lot of moms. And like, if you're a mom listening, or if you're somebody that knows a mom that's listening, like, it's not the end of the world just because you're going through like a hard time, like, parenting is just something that's hard from what I've heard and seen from my friends that are parents, or just cousins that are parents, or even my sister. Like, it's just not an easy thing.
It's tough. Yeah. I think for me, what's made it the toughest thing that I guess I wasn't ready for, it was one of the things that, like you say, you learn as you go, has definitely been how, obviously as adults, we have our stuff that we're not proud of, right? Like, we have our behaviors, we have our little things that, like, we're like, fuck, like, I don't like this, like, if I could change that about myself, I could, I would, but obviously changing a behavior in yourself, it takes effort, and it's hard to, it doesn't happen from one day to another. And it's tough when you start seeing them in your kids. And it's not that you teach it to them. Sometimes kids will literally, like, Ezra, dude, I swear his dad has always been grouchy. Like, he's been like a grouchy dad. And he's worked on it. He's gone to therapy. He's changed a lot of that behavior. But it's like, dude, Ezra came out the wound like with already that like that in his genetics, like literally, like he's just like, he'll be a grouchy little baby sometimes, and it's triggering because you're like, what the fuck, like, I'll throw hands at you right now, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? It's just like, but it's literally, and it's just wild, how kids will trigger you. And I feel like that's been the hardest thing, like, kids will trigger you because you see stuff in your partner, like I'll see stuff in my son of that, it's like of his dad, or even sometimes of me, that I'm like, damn, like, I don't want you to be like me, how your parents are like, I want you to be better than me, I don't want you to be like me. So that's kind of been, I feel like, the hardest thing for sure. But like I said, like, generally parenting, like, I love it because I've learned a lot about myself, and I feel like the journey that I'm on, trying to be a better person, having him has helped me, like, be a better person, give you that little motivation. And I truly believe, like right now when you were saying, like, oh, like, you were asking your mom, like, did you feel proud of us, or like, like, things like that, like, I truly feel like all parents love their kids, and even if they don't express it, like, they're proud of their kids. But I feel like if they don't express it, if they don't show it, it's like, it had like a lot to do with more of like how they were raised, sometimes parents just don't feel comfortable, like, saying, like, I'm proud of you, or like, or expressing it, or maybe they have really embedded, like, you have to go to college, and if you don't go to college, then, like, you're a failure, and it's like, and they don't want you to, like, feel like a failure if you don't go to college, but they, like, have this idea so programmed in their head, that if it's any other way, they just don't know how to feel proud for that, because in their head it's like, it has to be this way. And that's just an example, but I truly feel, though, like, me as a parent, like, I've felt towards my son, like there's nothing he could do, like, that would ever make me feel like I'm not proud. Like, wherever life takes him, wherever he does, like I'm always gonna just love him, and, like, just always feel, like, happy, like, just him existing here with me and being there for me. Like, sometimes I'm having a bad day, and, like, I have my son, and just giving him a hug, like, just makes it all better, like,
so
I feel like my, like, just
it's like
him
your
existing,
mini best friend.
Yeah, like, he doesn't do nothing, like, him just being here is like, and I feel like all the moms can relate, especially, like, I feel like my mom was imperfect, and even now our relationship is still a little rocky, but my mom has always said, like, the best thing I've ever done in life is, like, you guys. Like, maybe I didn't have a career, maybe I didn't, get a job, maybe I was just a stay-at-home mom, and I dedicated my whole life to you guys. And she was like, and maybe I did a fucking terrible job, like, she'll say shit like that. She was like, but, like, I literally, like, I'll die for you guys, like, I love you guys so much. Like, to me, that is, like, the best accomplishment in my life is, like, having you guys. And it's like, and it's like, and I truly do feel that parents feel that way. I truly do feel that way. And I feel like if there's parents out there that don't feel that way towards their kids, it's sad, obviously, because kids want to feel that. But I also feel like, depending on their trauma or what they went through, maybe they just don't know how to feel that way towards their kids. You know what I mean? Like, if they didn't have, like, a healthy connection to their parents, they're not going to be able to
translate now.
Yeah, you can't connect healthily with your kids if you didn't have that. And that sucks because, like, you brought children into this world, and all children deserve to feel that way. But, I feel like the older they get, they'll understand that, like, my parents couldn't give me, like, the way we forgive our parents, it's like kids will, like, learn to forgive, like, okay, like, fuck, like, couldn't expect that. And I feel like that's why it's so important to surround yourself with good people, right? Like good friends, like good
just good energy.
Yeah, good energy. And it's like, dude, because sometimes like you feel like you're missing something and you don't have family to fall back on, you know, and it's like all you have are your friendships. Like I know there was a time for me for sure when I wasn't like good with both of my parents, like, you know, they just felt really disconnected from them, and I just had my friends to fall back on, you know. And even you guys, it doesn't even have to be that way. Maybe you, like, your move from, you know, Texas to Cali, you obviously, the distance is, you know, you can't just go to your mom's house, you know, you can, you know, you can't do that. So you got to have like a good community. And I feel like it doesn't have to be blood, like it could be friends, you know, neighbors,
like a chosen family.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like love is everywhere.
Was your situation like a gradual disconnect, or was it very much like from the jump, or because so the reason I ask is because like for me, like the one time that I did feel like that disconnect, but not because like I moved, but because I like got forced to move out of my house. I think going from like one day to the next, feeling that support and then not feeling that support, felt like it weighed on me a lot. You know what I mean? Like it gave me like the sense of like, damn, like am I ever gonna feel like somebody will come into my life and do the same thing? You know what I mean? Like will they
support you in the way
like like will somebody come into my life and support me and then just one moment just be like gone?
Like
you
gone.
know? Did you feel like with your situation, was it like always like that, or did you feel like as you got older, once you turned a certain age, or where do you feel like it like started?
Well, honestly, like I feel like my parents always did a good job at supporting me financially. You know, obviously growing up, I didn't have to struggle about like food and buying clothes. You know, I had like my basic needs met, but I felt the disconnect when it came to like my dad was always very dry, you know, like just a very dry dad, like not affectionate, no words of affirmation, like no really interest like in my life really. Like I feel like the most he would ask is like, how are you doing in school? You know, like just the generic, like, you know, like he didn't ask me like, you know, just I feel like he just cared more about like my future, right? Like how like
very old school. Like,
what are you gonna do with your life? Where are you going? Are you gonna go to college? You know, it was a lot of our conversation was surrounding that kind of vibe.
Not really on the
not really like
side.
not really like, dude, like you don't know me, like you don't, you know. And I always felt like even when we had conversations about my future, it was always very much like he would put ideas in my head. It wasn't like he was trying to hear what I wanted to do. It was more like, be a doctor, be an architect, be something that'll bring you money, you know. And it's like my dad has always been in survival mode. Like he's always done really good financially, but he's never been able to get out of like that poor mindset from when he was 8 years old working in a farm field in Mexico. You know, like he's always just felt like, fuck, I gotta work. And I feel like that would very much be projected to me like my whole life. Yeah. And also my mom, she was just very, like, she did love us. She was affectionate, but my mom was stupid affectionate actually. But because she was also equally critical and harsh, like she was very verbally and physically abusive, it always made me reject her affection. Oh, it's like it was like, bro, like how 1 second you're like beating me up and then you gave me the silent treatment for 2 days and then you want to walk into my room and like hug a kiss upon me with no apology, like, you know, like I was like, like I just grew, like get the fuck away from me, you know. Like I didn't like that switch of behavior with no apology. And it's just like, and a lot of times my mom would just be that type where like, you laughing too loud, like smack, like why are you laughing so loud, like what, like who the fuck hits her kid for laughing, like that's insane. And
a lot of times, like,
and I could tell now that she was overstimulated, you know, like my mom was going through a lot at the time. Like I'm not bashing on her, like I understand now like why she did those things. Obviously they're fucking hurtful, you know, obviously I wish I didn't have to, but I've forgiven her because now that I'm older and like I know a lot more and more, like, you know, I can understand why she was behaving in that way. So the disconnect with my mom was very much just like she just didn't know how to not be so harsh and like critical and like abusive in like a lot of ways. And that's what I felt the disconnect from, because she wanted to connect with me, but I just felt unsafe. I was like, dude, like I don't want to kick it with you right now because I know tomorrow you're gonna do some dumb shit. Yeah. Because there would be times where I'd be okay, I forgive her. Even if she didn't say sorry, I'm gonna forgive her and I'm gonna still be cool with her. But then the next day she'd do some, like, you know, she'd hit me or she'd she'd say like mean things to me, and then I'd be like, bro, I don't want to kick it with you. Like, you know, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to go out shopping with you. I don't want to be around you. Like, don't come in my room. Like, you know, like I just felt like, get the fuck away from me. You know, like it was like a toxic relationship. So that's where like that disconnect came from. It just came from me feeling like I don't feel safe with you. Like, I don't feel like I can trust you. And then she would also be, Rachel's most like Latina mother, you know, I tell her my shit. She'd fucking go tell the whole fucking like news, bitch. She might as well get a job on the news, bitch, to broadcast it to the whole fucking family.
She's on live when you're telling her.
Literally on Facebook Live, dude, and then Facebook, literally, like, might as well, you know? So it's like, I also felt like if let's say she wasn't a chismosa, maybe I would have been able to trust her a little more. You know, like maybe like fuck you, you know, I can't stand you, but I know I could at least trust you with my secrets. But not even that. You know what I mean?
She's all sending them in a mass text.
She's all like contacts. Literally recording the conversation. I promise I'm not gonna tell nobody. Dude, so it's like I just felt also like I just couldn't trust her. Like she just always would share my business, and she would throw it in my face and she'd get mad. You know, like if there was little times where I would trust her with something, she'd throw it back in my face like when she's angry, and it's like, bro, like you don't do shit like that, you know. And not, like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm like angry or like I hold a regret, because I don't. Like I truly, my relationship with her is now better than it was when I grew up. But when you're a rebellious teen, you know, high school, college, like, you know, it's just shit that you just like, you just decide to like distance yourself.
Yeah, you grew. Like you grew as a person.
Yeah.
You grew as a daughter.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's grown as a mother.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and honestly, I feel like that's like it's a experience that I feel like happens with like a lot of like that. It's like that Latino, like a lot of Latinos are the same. Like parents are just the same. Like I've gone to my friends' houses and like I've seen how similar like the situations are, you know, like I've spoken to people and I'm like, damn, like, you know, like
it's more common than you think.
Yes, you know? And it makes me feel like not alone. You know, like fuck, like I'm not the only one. You know, like this is like a universal experience almost at this point. Like even in other cultures, I feel like it happens too. You know, like
I just feel like the older generation is so different from what we experience now. So like even growing up, there's always been like this like toxicness that came from like my parents too. Yeah. I feel like I resonated a lot with you with like when you were talking about like how maybe like it's still happening, how like with your kids can sometimes trigger you because of like certain things that you see in your partner, and it's like you see in your kids.
Yeah,
that would happen to me so much when I was younger. Like my mom and dad ended up like separating, and I felt like my mom had so much like, not hate, because you can't really like hate your children, but like she just had so much like anger in her towards my dad, and I was like my dad in a lot of ways, and it there was like a disconnect between me and my mom because of it. Like, dude, that's crazy. It's so crazy because like I felt so like not like hurt, because at one point it felt like as if my mom like hated me. Like obviously I knew she couldn't, but no, it was just a disconnect between me and her because of the hate between her and my dad, and like I just felt like it was never gonna get better. But like obviously, like you said earlier, like you feel that trigger, but you can't hate your kids, and you, like you said, the good outweighs the bad all the time when it comes to your children. So
it's like maybe in this moment I don't like you, but it doesn't mean I don't love you. Yeah, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's what parents experience, and I feel like that was like our whole life story between me and my mom. Like there's a lot of moments where like, bitch, I don't fucking like you right now. Like I don't like you. I can't stand you. Get out my face. But deep down, like there's love. You know, like I love you. Like you're my mom. Like I'm your daughter. Like, you know, we're always gonna. I know at the end of the day, like if I call my mom when I need her, like she's gonna be there for me.
Yeah.
But I resonate so hard with that because I have 3 sisters, and I'm daddy's girl. I'm the only daddy's girl from all my sisters. And even though my dad was super dry, I always felt like I gravitated towards him because he was just less chaotic than my mom. So it's like I would rather be around my dad even though he's just quiet the whole time, because it just felt calming. Like I didn't have to deal with like the chaotic energy of my mom. I was just like I could relax, you know, he's not gonna shit on me. Like my mom, you know, says like I could just be like chill, you know. So I feel like that's why I gravitated towards my dad a lot. And when they separated, I remember one time my mom went to this huge fight, bro, and she literally told me straight up, like, no te aguanto, like, you're just like your dad, like, I can't stand you. Like, she straight up told me that.
Dude,
yes, stop. She straight up told me that.
That
so,
was
like,
me with my mom.
So I hella resonate with that sentiment of, like, dude, like, they just see stuff in us. Like, we can't help it. They're our parents, you know, we get stuff from both of them.
And they know us more than anyone. So, like... Dude, that's crazy. Like,
that's crazy.
Is someone making a carne asada over there?
Dude,
shit.
I was like, that smells so good. I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm like, cut the fucking camera. We're about to eat.
No, dude, but yeah, that's crazy. Like the way you said, like your mom would tell you that because like I feel like we kind of like have the same childhood. Not because I feel like I had my mom had obviously like went through like a separation with my dad, and it was to the point where like my mom didn't even want me in her house at one point because I was so much like my dad, and she just couldn't handle it. Like it was like a hard separation for her, and like me being in the house with her kind of just like reminded her too much of my dad, and it was just like we would get into fights all the time. Like she would take out all her anger on me. Ooh. And it was just like so toxic in my house.
I know that feeling.
Dude, it was intense.
I know it, girl. I know. That's my heart goes out to you. What the fuck was that? What is that?
The headphones.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I could just leave. Just leave on my thing.
Oh no, it was there.
What?
There's the whole wall.
Oh, bitch. Hey, Annabelle's working extra hard today. She's gonna destroy the whole fucking studio.
She all turns up all the cameras.
Dude. How was your guys' Halloween, though?
Oh my God, bitch. Okay, so I went to Disney on actual Halloween.
Okay, period.
But Halloween weekend, I don't remember any of it. Dude, how did you end up at the party so fucking late? Oh, shit.
Bitch, okay, because I actually went to a party in LA from my friends.
Oh, okay.
So I was already in LA celebrating with them. And Lauro did invite me, but I was, they're like my friends. So I was like, I didn't want to leave like too soon because like we were playing beer pong and we were like, cotorreando and like laughing and drinking and shit. And I also had drinks. So I was like, I don't want to drive right now. I was like, I feel like I need to chill out a little bit. Pero este menso no me dijo que ya se iban. And I was like, dude, as soon as I got there, like 20, 30 minutes later, y'all left. I was like, oh my God. I was like, ain't no way right now. I just drove over here for no reason.
Bitch, you're on your costume.
I'm over here in my
we're talking about the
RBD.
costume party?
Yeah, I'm over here in my RBD costume.
Dude, I was just looking at the TikTok, the one that I filmed.
Yeah.
With all the pictures. I'm like, why did I not take a picture of Vanessa? But bitch, you got there like
Dude,
fucking the last 10
late
minutes.
as hell.
Were you still there after we left?
Dude, yes, but it was because fuck, I forgot his name.
What was he?
I don't know. The one that I told you guys was really handsome, but he's gay.
Alexis?
Yes, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
He was there, and I was telling him like, dude, like, okay, I'm gonna leave already, like everyone left, and he was like, no, he was like, girl, you drink, like, don't leave. He was like, come inside with us, like, and everybody was like, a couple people were inside like talking and stuff. So I went inside, I just sat, like, chatted a little bit, just drank some water, like before I left. But I feel like I was just good. I was just like me being a chismosa. Like saying like, who's in here? Like, just like,
she's
what's
like, what do you
vibe?
do for a living?
I'm like, I don't know none of y'all.
Doing interviews.
So the weekend. The party you were at before, did you get like pretty lit or not?
Yeah, I got pretty lit, and that's like kind of like my red flag. Like I drink and drive. Like that's bad. Why am I saying that? Like not like I'm not where I'm saying double or anything like that. But I'll drive with I'll drive with a couple of drinks in me.
When you got there, you weren't like fucked up.
No, because I sobered up. That he's asked me why'd you get there kind of late. I was like, dude, because when you called me, you said I could go. I was like, okay, like I could leave right now, but I was like, no, I was like, let me wait. So I waited like almost like another hour to like leave. So I was like, and then it was a 30-minute drive from where I was at. So I was like, okay. So by the time I got there, it was already like,
dude, because when I was on the phone with you, I was seeing normal, and when you got there, I was seeing double.
Dude,
I was like, where the fuck?
Dude, I was scared because like when we left, we lived hella far from where the party was. And it was late already, huh? Mm-hmm. I think we got home that night like at 5 a.m. bitch.
Yeah, it was
like
4.
Why?
No, it was like 4 because we left the party like at 2:45, and then we still went to go on our Uber ride.
And we lived like an hour away.
Yeah, and our Uber ride, we dropped off our friend and then drove to our house.
I didn't think we were gonna be able to get an Uber, and I was scared, like, cause I had my mom with me.
Yeah.
I thought my mom was gonna have to sleep over at fucking the house. I'm like, sorry, mom.
Like,
I'm married.
No, you guys would have told me. I could have dropped you guys off. You're right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, y'all didn't even have to get
it was
an Uber.
No, but it was a big group of us.
Yeah.
Like it was like maybe 6 of us, so it was gonna be a lot.
No, but I love that about you guys. That you guys are down to like invite me. Like I'll come through.
Dude, Vanessa always pulls through, mama.
Bitch, I'm always like, what's plats?
Yeah, like, dude, it's so much fun because like we said earlier, we can count on her to like turn up with us, but we can also count on her like if we need to confide in somebody, if we need advice. Like Vanessa, like I'm all trying to like, I'm all giving you a speech.
Like we don't need alcohol to
And
be
you
like
know
having
what?
fun.
You know what's one saying that I love that you said, like I'll say to my sisters when remember last time we were talking, you were like, they were hella eating my ass. I was like, I never heard anyone say like they're hella eating me out. Like that's the way, you know, like when someone's complimenting you. I was like, bro, I love that. Like I never heard anyone say that. That shit was so fucking funny.
I'm like, that's a gay thing.
I'm like, keep going.
I'm like, open your legs. No, but yeah, like Vanessa, we can confide in her and like come turn up with us and like she's there. But then also like we chilled together, not drinking, not smoking. She's been in our house like almost spent the night, but she has a weird thing of not staying over. No, I'm just kidding. But like,
do you want to tell them?
Huh?
Do they know?
Do they know that you don't sleep over anymore?
Dude, no. I don't know why. Like, I just feel like last time I stayed like till 7. You know, like that was that counts.
Just
no, but there was no sleeping, so it didn't count.
That's true. I slept for like 1 hour, I think, and then I left.
That was crazy.
But I don't know why. Like, it's just weird. Like, I don't know why I can't. Like I'll tell myself, okay, I'll stay. But then once I'm laying there, I'm like, no, I gotta go. Like,
really?
I don't know why.
You just get in your head
I love sleepovers.
Dude, I don't know why. But after that night though, like I think I'd probably be down.
But would you be able to host a sleepover?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. And like people come and stay with me. Oh no, I love that shit.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm down for that. But I don't know why when it comes to me like sleeping over at people's houses, like no puedo. I don't know. I think it really is like maybe like the alone part. Maybe if you guys were like, oh, like all 3 of us in the bed. I'll stay. You know? But,
I remember telling you like, oh, you can sleep in the middle. Like,
and I was like, okay. And I know, but because I remember one time Steph too. I was at her house and it was like 2 a.m. and it had already been established that I was gonna spend the night. And dude, Stephanie has like a fucking little mini mansion, you know, like all these fucking rooms and shit. And like I just assumed like we're gonna sleep together in her fucking big ass king size bed, you know, like it's just her, like, you know, like, we're gonna sleep together. And then she gonna hit me with the, all right, we're like, I'm gonna go to bed already. Like, you could stay in this guest room. Bitch, what do you mean this guest room? You know,
a big old house.
I'm literally like, I'm scared, girl. Like, the fuck? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't even want to sleep alone. Like, I'm all scared. And he was like,
oh, but this ain't no sleep.
I used to hate sleeping over at people's houses when I was younger. I was a big ass cheon like with my parents and shit. Cause they would like go out and like they would leave me with the neighbors. And I'll be like, what the fuck was this? And like I literally like my neighbor's house was diagonal and I would be looking at the window like 4 a.m. to see my parents' car was out. So I could like sneak out of the room. Once I would see their car, I'd be like, oh shit, I'm leaving this bitch. Because I hated it. I don't know why.
Dude, no. I get that though. Like,
but now I love sleepovers. Like,
no, yeah. I love sleepovers, but like I don't know why, like I don't know. And then dude, as soon as Steph told me that I would have to sleep in the guest room, I was like, all right, I gotta go. 3 a.m, I was like, bye.
No, I love sleepovers now as an adult because like when I was a younger girl, I had no permission to go sleep over at no one's
like,
house.
bitch,
like,
I'm in everybody's crib.
Dude, no, like literally my parents would be like, if they're not coming over here, you can't go anywhere. Like,
dude, yeah.
They wouldn't care if people would come to our house. But
yeah,
dude, the struggle to get them to give me permission.
Dude, the only person I ever was allowed to sleep over growing up was like my best friend. Like because my mom like knew her mom and her dad. Like they would come to like our little family functions and stuff. So like, you know, they trusted, like that was the only one though, you know. You only had, I don't know about you guys, I only had that one friend. And I feel like that was the experience. A lot of my friends were like, I only had one friend that like we'd let, like my parents would let us sleep over at. But like in like a new friend type, or like my friend from school invited me to, like, bitch, no, really? The fuck, no.
Dude, my parents were hella chill with all that.
Dude,
I don't know why.
They didn't care. They were like getting rid of you. They're like, yeah, leave.
I know, like,
yeah, you're going out.
I can only sleep at like my cousin's house, and that's because he's my cousin. I know my man.
Dude, I would love that when you were little and like you'd take your cousin with you to ask your dad, like, and your mom. So they're like, they can't say no to you. So like you ask your cousin to go.
Like you ask.
Or you'd be on the phone and you'd be like, hey, like I'm gonna pass you the phone to them, like tell them.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just do it.
I'll be like, they're already here.
Yeah. And then they'd be like, no, you can't stay. And then I'd be like to my cousin, all right, well, you come with me. Like, you're not staying. Like, one way or another, bitch.
I would try to like guilt trip my parents. I'd be like, they said no, like in front of them. We're like, oh, okay, I guess like I can't go. I'm sorry. Like,
or like as I even got older too, like I started enjoying them a little bit more. Like since I was like little, and like I had like these two best friends. They were twins, and our parents were always together drinking. So like we would be at each other's house and be like, bitch, they're already getting drunk. Let's go ask them. Because they would just like tell us yes and be like, yeah.
I know. I love that.
Crazy.
Oh, crazy. So I guess, guys, we're going to wrap it up because we're going to go have a sleepover. We're all taking the party to their crib right now. Don't worry, I'll take the camera.
I know, like Patreon.
We'll all get our POVs.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming. I truly appreciate it. I love having this conversation with you guys.
Dude,
I
I love
love
being
y'all
here.
for real.
Dude, thanks so much for having us. It was so much fun. We got into a lot of shit.
Dude, yeah, we did.
Like,
I
talked
hope
about a
y'all
lot of
enjoyed.
shit.
It was fun.
Yeah, let us
Cute
know
little
what y'all
convo.
like, which conversation y'all like the most.
Yeah. And yeah, you guys, I hope you guys had an awesome Halloween and you guys spent it and got a lot of candy and all that good stuff. Again, you guys, thank you guys for joining me.
No, dude,
Truly had a lot
thank
of
you for
fun. Thank you
having
for
us.
taking shots of me.
I know.
And yeah, you guys leave a comment, like it, share this video with your mommy, your daddy, your bahada granny, anybody that you're just like,
Anyone that you feel like relates to this combo,
Yeah,
dude, like
yeah.
send it over. Maybe somebody needs to hear it. Maybe somebody can relate.
or if you related to anything, comment to what
Yeah.
you're related to. We'll be in the comments.
Hey, leave a timestamp like in the comments which part was your favorite. That'd be cool.
Yes. All right.
As somebody puts
guys.
the ending.
It's like finally.
You're like, only watch 2 minutes of it.
Imagine.
All right, guys. Love y'all. Have a good day.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.